in Abingdon, where we are going to cap off the 24-25 season. What a season it has been. We've seen the Bullets losing the regular season. We've seen the Brunel Burners snap their 8 years of no Premiership promotion. Cardiff stay up. Plymouth, Sheffield, Derby, they all go up back to D1. OBU and Edge Hill go up for the first time. So that's what we're here for today. Right now we've got the undefeated winners of the Southern, 2 in the OBU. Get ready for me to say Panthers, ladies and gentlemen. Oxford Brookes University winning the Southern 1, undefeated. Plymouth Blitz winning the Southwest 2, undefeated. Both are going up. Both are ready, trying to get a shot for the Southern Conference Cup. Plymouth have been here before, but a long time ago, in the 2016-17 season, they faced off with Brunel.
I was a rookie.
When you were a rookie, get on the case.
Back when I was a rookie.
Yeah, so Teb's here with Kwame, of course. We're here to cap off the season.
Evening, afternoon. Good to see you all.
What do you think
It's
about
good
this
to hear from you. I can't see you guys, and you guys can't see me.
I think it's going to be an
But it's lovely
interesting
to
one. Plymouth has been the underdog the whole way through, but they keep coming out on top. Brooks have a history of making it to the finals, doing all right back from their days in the Cavaliers. OBU are a really strong team this year. I think it's going to be close. I think ultimately OBU will take it.
So that's Ian Hiscock. What's your position now, Oxford Saints? OC Oxford Saints. We're here in the home of the Oxford Saints. Kwame, how are you doing? We haven't had a chance to say hello.
I'm
How are
doing
you?
lovely today. It's a brilliant day. The clocks have finally gone forward. The sun's not going to be down until about 7 p.m. and
It's
I'm
looking
here
good.
for
It's a beautiful day for football as we look to close the book on what has been, as far as I'm concerned, my favourite uni ball season that I've covered. There's been a lot. I'm sure it's yours as well, Mr. Brunel over
Definitely
here.
my favourite as well. Before we even got started with Brunel, to be fair, it's just more so just the fact that I've not been stressed with preparing for games and all sorts. I've just been able to relax and just have my off season like a regular human being, like everyone else on the planet that doesn't have to worry about football. And I can watch my favourite team go and win a national championship as well. So that just put the icing on the cake. This is a big throwback because I remember my first rookie season was my only year playing Div 2 and these two rosters just look tiny. It's like year 10s against year 11s.
So Oxford Brookes won the toss and they've elected to defer. I believe they are now 5-2 on the year for coin tosses. While Plymouth, they are 1-7 on the year for coin tosses, if you can believe it.
So their actual record is definitely better than their coin toss record for both teams.
Teams here. What I need to do is just get the pop filter back into the.
Oh, a massive, not really a massive kick, but it's into the. Someone got sent flying, but it was into the wind. Number one picks it up and he finds a little crease up the middle and gets himself brought down around about the 35-yard line for a good start.
Sorry about this, we were in a bit of a rush to get set up. So we do have actual multiple camera angles here today. So yeah, just bear with us as we try and get it a bit windier.
Even though the sun's out, the wind is going crazy, battering my face right now.
Charlotte, who do you think is going to win this game?
Down.
Well,
No.
I have no opinions.
Photographer extraordinaire Charlotte will not give her opinions on the outcome of this game.
It's got a nice little stool there.
So,
The one you sit on, not the
Yeah,
sample that
yes.
you give to the doctors.
so here we go, Plymouth running up the middle, and this is the thing with Oxford Brookes, because realistically, those linebackers, you've got Niall Ashworth, obviously plays at Warriors, member of the GB squad as well. He's
Played
wearing
in the GFL for a season as well.
He did. He's wearing
Talented guy.
He's wearing number 1. Basically, you don't want to run into him.
Yeah,
if you're anyone. So it's going to be a gain of 2 for Plymouth.
He sticks out like a sore thumb, not just by number, but his stance. He's just a lot bigger than everyone else. And
So here we go, on the move. And the Malone stepped out of bounds there. I don't think he realised that he did step out of bounds, but he did.
I mean, it can't be hard to not realise. I mean, these lines are bright blue.
They are
and you
bright
can
blue
see
again.
all the way down the
Well
sideline.
painted pitch here today in
Well painted.
Disney Park.
Tilsley Park is one of the nicest surfaces that I've been to. I used to play on this season about 4 years ago on this surface.
So also watch out for number 50, Omar Karzanovsky. He's a linebacker, plays for Israel's national side, also wearing the pink and black. Again, 2 linebackers that you do not want to meet. Another run here. Number 4 has got some space. So that's a
First
decent
down.
run there from Plymouth.
He's got a first down though.
Eddie Colfer there, getting the first Plymouth Blitz first down of the day. Now, if you look at these two teams, I mean, I am very, very guilty here of probably discounting the Plymouth Blitz a lot. Southwest 2 wasn't great this year, but they've made it all the way here to the final, beating Greenwich and then beating Sussex on their way here. Oxford Brookes, they had a walkover win against Aberystwyth and then beat QMBL.
To be fair, in your defence, I don't think any of the Southwest teams in any of the divisions have done well at all, apart from obviously UE and SGS. Maybe Exeter as well.
I'd say Bournemouth did.
And Bournemouth. I forgot they're Southwest as well.
Bournemouth did well.
Because I look at geographically, they're south, but they're actually in the Southwest division.
SGS didn't do well.
Because they...
Yeah, SGS didn't do well.
Ah.
We are trying to sort out the cameras here, ladies and gentlemen. Also, I want to say hello to the Plymouth SU, where this is being live streamed.
Ah.
They've got it on the big camera there.
The Plymouth SU.
So 2nd and 10 here for the Blitz. Fires out to 8. And I'll tell you what, George Tidy, very, very close to getting that, but unable to bring it in. The QB today for the Plymouth Blitz, Camden Polak, he's got 6 passing touchdowns on the year. One, I think it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be a defensive battle here today. You've got number 10 for the Blitz, JJ. He's got, get this, rookie season, 8 interceptions, 4 of those pick sixes.
In his rookie season.
1 year.
One has to beg the question.
Oh, and that is almost picked off by number 15 of OBU.
One has to beg the question. 8 interceptions, 4 pick sixes. If these quarterbacks and these offenses are watching film, why are they throwing the ball in his direction?
Yeah.
It reminds me of a game, and some of the Brunel guys watching this, if anyone from Brunel is watching this, we had a safety one time against Queen Mary record 5 interceptions in one game.
So Nathan Neymar there almost with the interception, but it's 4th and 10.
Neymar?
And number 87 for the Blitz is going to be looking to kick this ball away. Bit of a looping snap there. That ball is coming over to number 42, and that is going to bounce into the end zone here. Beautiful day. We've got a 6-man crew on the game today.
Had a huge gust of wind behind that kick, and we saw the kickoff earlier from Brooks. Didn't really have much to it because obviously the wind just took completely took the sting out of it. But this kick here, straight into the back of the end zone, and I think the kickers and punters are now definitely aware of the strength of the wind. He'll definitely look to get that pinned out at like the 1 yard line or close into the red zone next time.
So Sam Jenkins there, the kicker for the Blitz, going for a touchback. We've got a nice little angle here. I'm hoping that our other camera angle is set up. I'm trying to look at my other cameraman. Bit of a high snap. Hand off up the middle. Decent run there, but you know what? He's still fighting. The referee's going to call it. But a good fight there, but I'm surprised. Again, I feel like I'm going to be surprised by Plymouth all day long. And I shouldn't be, considering that this is the Southern Conference Cup final.
Any team in the final has to give it a go. I mean, it has to be a game. You cannot have a simple one-sided battle.
So Gaynor won there. So these two teams have played each other twice. When OBU were with the Oxford Lancers as the Cavaliers. So 47 is going to take it out to the right-hand side. And he's brought down there, just sliding. But the last time they met was 2017, where Plymouth won 11-6. 13th of November. Interesting. Long time ago.
That was the season after. That was the 17-18 season. That was the season after we played Plymouth.
I was going to say, were we both still playing then?
I have no idea what year you were playing, but
I was playing that year, so...
Fair play. Did you start playing before me?
2015.
Okay, that's a year before me.
So 3rd and 6 now for OBU. QB's going to take it himself. Number 10 is on the move. Very close to being brought down there. I think that is going to be enough for a first down, but...
Kai Holmes, the quarterback for Oxford Brookes. I recognise the name. I think he used to play for, I believe, if I'm correct, he used to play for Oxford Saints youth team a while ago. It must have been before.
So Oxford Brookes have given us a lot of fun facts here. Oxford Saints youth team, GB under 19, NFL Academy alumni.
Total rookie quarterback as well. It's his first season playing quarterback, as he previously did play wide receiver.
But are you surprised here? 4th and 2, they're going to be going for it. Oxford Brookes has stopped. 47 as well. He's definitely got the space for it.
If he doesn't get the first down, I'll be disappointed.
He's got the first down there. Number 52 of the Plymouth Blitz does stop it, but But I think that's a pretty ballsy call there from OBU to start off with.
I think it was a pretty ballsy run from number 47 as
Oh,
well.
100%.
Because the space was there, and in my eyes, I'm thinking if I'm him in that position, I'm turning north and south, and I'm not worried about trying to get past that runner, because it looked to me like he was running alongside the line to gain. He was pretty much adjacent to the line to gain the whole time, and then made a little last-minute turn and made the extra yard. Sorry.
So that was Vadim Kozmarov there, getting Oxford Brookes a first down. Goes to Kozmarov again, all brought down there, dragging him by the jersey.
Seems to have done it again. He's got that style of running where it's very east-west until he finds a gap. And my only criticism of that is that sometimes maybe he seems to be going laterally a little bit too far before he finds the gap and heads upfield. But I mean, not really many complaints if he's gaining a yard or two each time.
This is it, but as we can see right now, no yards gained on that run attempt.
And that's the issue with that. I mean, it worked on fourth down. He got the extra 2 yards he needed, 2.5 yards maybe, but begs to be seen. Can he run north and south? Can he turn the Jets on?
So 10 touchdowns from Holmes this season. He's looking for another one, and 11 has caught it. And apparently
straight out the box. First and goal for Oxford Brookes.
And I'm going to look very, very angrily at my cameraman because he didn't catch that.
He didn't catch it?
No.
It's not like unlike the wide receiver who did catch it.
Yes.
And made some extra yards and got himself down to around about the
So
5-yard line,
Alex
maybe the
Bates
15-yard line. Am I looking at? Is he out of bounds around about the 10-yard line maybe?
Alex Bates had it wide open there. I've also assumed that my cameraman is using using a robotic camera system, and the AI. He didn't think that throw was possible.
Typical AI, always messing things up.
So hopefully that's a bit better for you. So, I mean, what a ballsy attempt there. So Holmes going to go out to the right-hand side, fire it, and that was almost picked off, but we have got our first flag of the Southern Conference Cup final.
Very good throw in motion there. It looked quite elegant, I'm not going to lie. Looked like he was rushing out and he zipped the ball back across the field, almost into the wrong pair of hands, but nonetheless it looked pretty sweet while he was doing it.
So obviously there are 2 Bucks fixtures happening today in the Northern Conference Cup. So holding on Oxford Brookes. So you've got Derby Braves, undefeated. Winners of the Midlands, 2, going up against the winners of the North Eastern, 2, in the Sheffield Sabres. But I mean, I'm just going to mention that one because I mean we're in Tisley Park watching OBU.
Park. Beautiful Tisley
versus
Park.
Plymouth. How many times?
It's surprisingly windy and I'm getting a bit of a chill on.
I tell you what, how many times am I going to say Panthers today? That's the question. So, first and 15. Holmes going to take himself, gets the stiff arm.
Daylight.
And it looks like that is going to be a touchdown for OBU. And just like that, I mean, they made it look simple. Obviously, going to that 4th down there, ballsy play, getting the running back out to the outside and then throwing an absolute bomb.
It's beautiful. It's a very strong start so far, you know. For both teams to have had an offensive drive so far, Oxford Brookes definitely look a lot more well-rounded on offense, a lot more composed. They're able to get the job done. They've got a lot more variety, got runs and passes, all sorts. We haven't really seen many successful passes from the Plymouth Blitz offense, but we will have a chance after this.
So Holmes going for the 2-point
attempt.
conversion. Fires it, that's going to be incomplete.
Into the breadbasket of the defensive back, and he just showed everyone exactly why he plays defensive back and not wide receiver.
So, 6-0 is the score here. I'm going to try and look over at my cameraman, see if everything's okay.
Seems to be the Brookes kickoff team is coming back on.
Gives me a thumbs up here. So hopefully we shouldn't have any more passes, by the way said.
Oh, interesting.
No problem.
Interesting.
It's a nice design, isn't it?
It's a pretty nice design.
Football America. There you go. Plug.
Extension cord.
For what?
Back as well.
Yeah. It's pretty. It was like 14 quid as well. Also, it doesn't look like a football shirt, does it? If you know, you know.
I must say, Plymouth Blitz uniforms.
I tell you, this is an all-time kit battle, I think.
From this distance. Do you know what?
I like them.
They are nice. I think they should go back to the pink socks, Oxford Brookes. Have they gone all black? It'll be nice. Do you know what? Do they have a change uniform? Or is it just the only uniforms they have?
So they're getting a new one next year.
which would be
Black and
black
pink.
and pink.
Black uppers.
Black mostly.
So
Okay, that would work. I still think they should go pink socks as an option.
also a short kick here from OBU.
They've got to be careful it doesn't go out of bounds. It was kicked directly towards the opposite 20-yard marker from our angle, and it looked to me like it was very, very, very close to the sideline. Now, if the Blitz could have played that well and let it run out of bounds before Brooks recovered it, they could have been looking at getting the ball at around about the 40-yard line. But now it seems to me that the ball was recovered, advanced a few yards, and they'll get the ball 1st and 10 at the 30.
So OBU, I think they've only conceded 16 points all season, and in an interesting stat line, all of them have been in the third quarter. So I don't know what that means, but that's a stat line that I got told by number 1 Niall Ashworth. Going to be another run here. I'm surprised that Plymouth have had success with the run here, just how stout the defensive line and the linebackers are. But they're going for it here. I mean,
based on what you just said, I mean, Plymouth Blitz will be looking at hoping to keep this game as tight as possible by half time. If they can come out still 6-0 or not more than 12, 14 in the third quarter, they'll be looking at potentially getting a couple of scores. They'll be looking at that, thinking, how can we hit Oxford Brookes after half time?
I think it's interesting to propagate that. OB have been a team that have been very, very close. Seems like, oh, and a sack there. I mean, that was due. I mean, we knew that this was happening.
Definitely. No surprises. Who got the sack? I could not quite see from this distance who was in there.
Just a mess of yellow jerseys here.
Yellow jerseys?
Yellow? Why am I saying yellow? Maybe my brain's not working. But Plymouth here, we're looking at their scores. Had a close one with UE2's 19-16. Then I think I know Plymouth were a bit disappointed here with this one. 45-22 to Bath Spa. 22 points to Bath Spa.
22 points given up. Yeah.
Not going to be happy with that one.
I mean,
so another throw here, nice and quick. Oh, and he just can't hang onto it.
Again, these slippery butterfingers of the Plymouth Blitz is not really going to be doing them any favours right now. The punt team comes out. Not as many yards as last time. I'm not up the field,
George Tidy, I think we can say that catch was not tidy, man.
Not very tidy.
No.
I must say, I saw the roster and I was rehearsing the line, tidy catch by George, and he hasn't made a single one yet.
So Sam Jenkins, the kicker number 87, on to kick this away for the Plymouth Blitz.
Much better field position for a punt this time. He can really put his foot through it. Let's see what he can do. Yeah, a little bit better. Able to be returned and called for a fair catch by 42 of them.
Just simple there. I thought I was going to be able to get a nice view of a run back, but
Brooks Panthers.
Again, it is. No, I don't think we can say that anymore.
Say what?
Panthers. They're like when Washington were the Washington football team. They're the Oxford Brookes University.
Oh, they've taken the thingy name away.
No Panthers.
Are they trying to be like Nottingham and Loughborough?
Yes. Yes. From what they tell me that there might be a new name coming, but no. As it stands, they are the Oxford Brookes University, and the Oxford Brookes University is coming on for their second offensive drive of the day.
If that's the case, same style running again by 47 as he goes very east-west before he cuts up along the sideline. Now, whoever made that decision, I personally would like somebody please go and throw a tomato at them on my behalf. Pink mouth guy by 88.
It's very Bret Hart. I mean, it's strange because you've got the Plymouth Blitz, they've got the Chargers logo, and with the navy blue as well. So again, 47 really is the man today for Oxford Brookes.
I don't really know why they're called the Blitz as well, because I understand why the London Blitz are called the Blitz, because, you know, World War II reference and everything, but why are the Plymouth Blitz called the Blitz?
I think when we go and ask around at half-time, we should try and find out, though. I'm sure they'll be wanting to talk about other things. Kosmarov with another, I'd say 3 yards there, so on 2 plays, he's gained 7, I'm going to say.
I mean, I would say if anyone knows, please let us know in the comments.
Yes, someone will know. I think their head coach might know.
You know, the other thing I was going to say about the P word referring to Oxford Brookes is that they are...
himself. He's not going to get there.
Not going to get there at all. Nowhere near. Obviously in pink, and obviously the cartoon character that alludes to the colour of the uniform and the nickname that they used to have.
They used to be called the Pink Panthers. That's mad. That's not a bad name.
It makes
So,
sense.
so fourth down, and I'm going to say 6 now for OBU. Last time we saw a 4th down for OBU, they went for it. It doesn't look like they will be doing the same here.
I mean, it makes sense because what colour is a panther?
It's black, isn't
Like
it?
the actual, you know. I mean, it makes sense. They're more black than.
Oh, that was almost blocked there by Plymouth. A decent enough punt considering that there was a blitz in his face. There was
True.
blitzers. There
But this
were
is gonna-
members of the Plymouth Blitz American football team near him.
There was a
There we
blitz
go.
in his face.
It's difficult.
I mean, it's probably going to be the best field position that the Blitz have had
Today, I mean,
today. I mean, it looks to be.
they are starting inside of OBU territory
This is
here, but
just
only
inside
by
the centre
2.5 yards.
With that being said, I was going to say about 3, 4, 5, 12 minutes ago that the uniforms.
Gets it out to number. Oh,
Another
almost picked off there. If you're number 33, we need him. Let's look for the name here because he's going to be absolutely hit himself. Jacob Kilkelly is going to be absolutely furious at that.
It just seems to me like, you know, the quarterback is just throwing away gifts. I mean, I know it's Eid, today, tomorrow, but this quarterback is just throwing gifts here and there and everywhere, you know.
So gets it out to number
Finally gets a
82.
completion.
But I mean, 2 OBU players right there. Number 22. Let me try and Matt Bile there with a great tackle. I'll try and find. I think it was number 82 of the Blitz. I'm going to say Matt Squires. To be fair, that did a lot better than I thought it did there, because that's going to be a gain of, I'm going to say 4th, 3rd and 6 now for the Blitz. But they've gone away from the run game, which...
I may be mistaken, but is that their first completion today? Because if it is, game on, first of all, welcome to the game. And
So it's going up the middle here.
interested
Number 4 has
here,
got
yeah,
it.
bit of
A lot
variety,
of
you know, got
horizontal
another first
running.
down. Welcome back to the game, number 4. Welcome back to the game, to the run game for Plymouth Blitz.
So
And
Eddie Colfer there on that. So we're going to have a look to see if that is going to be a first down.
this should really start to open things up
It is.
for the Plymouth Blitz. Start to really give them a little bit of confidence after those first 2 drives didn't really go anywhere. And after all the numerous near interceptions thrown by both quarterbacks, to be honest. But seems to me their jerseys resemble slightly, ever so slightly, the new jerseys
So
that
it's going to
Oxford
be a
Saints
run
have.
play in the middle there. I believe that is number 10, which I believe is that number 10? I think that is Grace John, which is number 20 in a running back. Plays a member of the GB Lions and plays senior ball with the Bristol Aztecs.
Bristol.
You don't have to worry about seeing them anymore, do you, mate? You don't have to worry about seeing them anymore, do you, mate? So, oh my lord, and a great catch there. And the ball is out, it looks like. Or at least that's what OBU's call him.
Still got to see the Apache, and they're pretty much the same uniforms, but
Yeah.
not quite the same, but, you know, it looks like them.
So number 8 there on the catch. But as much as OBU was shouting for a fumble, not to be, as Plymouth now have a 3rd and 2. As they're encroaching now on OBU's end zone. And it's going to be a handoff. Colfer's got it, but he is immediately swarmed there by OBU. It's going to be interesting to see what they're going to go for here. Again, OBU conceding under 20 points all season long. I mean, does that kick look viable to you?
From this distance, given the hiccups, given the direction of the wind,
Oh, hold on.
I mean, I've not seen Plymouth's kicker all season.
Wow, is that really the end of the first quarter? God, it's gone so quickly again.
That is ridiculous.
It's I don't know. I just can't believe that the Uni Ball season is going to be over in 3 quarters. I say that like I'm not about to go and do a game next week for the Senior Ball season, but
Next week already?
yeah,
Who's playing?
Swindon versus Hereford.
Is that regular season or pre-season?
Reg.
Blimey, that was quick.
Yeah, I know. I thought I'd have a week off. I don't. So
Hold on a second. What's the date today?
it's the 30th.
8th of March. Oh, because we have a game in about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Or 2 weeks. 3 weeks from now.
So again,
So
this is completely aside here. I mean, I think this game's already shaped up to be. It's pretty tight. It's tighter than I thought it would be. I mean, once again here, I feel like this is going to be sort of the central point here. I am surprised by how good the Plymouth Blitz are. And again, if you watch the rundown and you've paid attention to even the Plymouth Blitz social media, I've made some appearances not by choice, but because I've said that the Plymouth Blitz would not be here today, and they've taken it upon themselves to, what the kids say, meme me. And you know what? They're completely allowed. You know, both of these teams did win some rundown awards on Monday. So Oxford Brookes won's most improved and our coldest take, because we picked Royal Holloway to beat them in week 2, and they smashed them into the dirt. And Plymouth won the funniest social media.
Royal Holloway.
Yeah, Royal Holloway have just come down. Their season wasn't great the year prior.
Yeah, I'll be honest, because I remember Royal Holloway before the Brunel Burners played them last season, I believe it was, or a couple of seasons ago or something along those lines. I remember Royal Holloway won the South, Div 1 South, with, I believe, Portsmouth and Hertfordshire in that division.
Here's the thing, right?
And then everything just...
We didn't feel too bad about it, but it was still quite a cold take because OBU let us have it. QB's going to scramble for the blitz. It's 4th down. He's going, and the blitz going to have it.
What I was going to say...
Flag on the play, though. Flag on the play.
Flag on the play. What I was going to say before this play, you asked me if a field goal was going to be enough, but in the first quarter I would have said yes. Now with the wind going the opposite direction, no. I haven't seen Plymouth's kicker, but... Nah.
I feel like it's going to sound like an insult, but we are in Div 2.
Yes.
But then again, we don't know the kickers.
That's the thing, because I've seen kickers in Div 2. Because in Div 2, you could have an average squad and an amazing kicker who just happens to go to a Div 2 uni.
Like somebody who plays football.
Yeah. Turned up and says, I want to kick. And just by chances.
So here we go. So now it looks like the punting unit is going to be coming on for the blitz, because that flag was on them. They're now facing a 4th and 14. Yeah, both again. I'm very, very impressed with Plymouth here. Obviously, if that flag hadn't gone their way, it'd be interesting to see if the QB would have got that. But I'd say it's still fairly evenly matched here. We are only 6-0. I do actually need to change the cue.
Hold on a second.
What's up?
Is that SJ?
Yeah, SJ's here, mate. Yeah.
Is that Seb as well?
Oh, I hope so.
I don't know if Seb's...
No.
He's got too much of a beard.
They were talking to me, but I needed to rush to get the stream on, and truthfully, I needed a wee, and I didn't say hello to them.
Fair play.
So, do you think SJ washes? Do you think SJ washes that Brunel jacket? Stop talking about SJ. We're watching the Southern Conference Cup. Jesus Christ, get me off.
The last thing I said was a number 2. So.
Oh Christ.
Is that what you're calling him?
Yes.
I hope he's not watching the stream.
Well, no, he's here. Why would he be watching the stream?
Some people do that. We've
to be
been
fair,
at games
some people do
where,
that.
yeah.
So okay, let's look back in here. So OBU are backed up
I hope someone
near their own end zone. So
because I would have missed it.
So it's weird because I call it the safety zone, but it's not really a safety zone. Well, it is the safety zone, and I mean, if you keep having plays like that,
doesn't seem to be going anywhere. When your back's against the wall, it's very tough to get out.
Very, very tough.
You don't have time and space to be able to move around for the quarterback to be able to escape the pocket or anything along those lines. And on the flip side as well, when it's backs against the walls for the defense, sometimes there's no space for offense to really produce anything, especially if you don't have that strong run game for the first 2-3 yards.
So it's going to be just a gain on 1 there again, not quite out of the safety danger zone yet for OBU. Gets out, wide open.
Oh, it's got space.
So wide open. We're going to have a look at that replay because...
What a throw, what a catch, what a find.
Let's just have a look here. Holmes just finds him, no blitz around him. And they are certainly out of that safety danger zone now.
He has got some real estate. Now they're in business. Those chains are in a different postcode to where they were before.
Oh, 100%, yeah. Now
Oxford Brookes are in business.
You've got a lot more freedom here. And I mean, OBU get another touchdown today, another good pass from Holmes. And once again on the move.
And it really begs, the question: how did Blitz not score when they had the chance?
They're going to be beating themselves up about that. I feel.
Absolutely, and the
Henry
key to this is for them to keep their heads high and not let it get to them. You know, it's a short-term memory game. You make mistakes. You might make a huge mistake that changes the game. Next play, you could make a game-changing play again. So
Henry Marsh,
Play
there,
by play.
number 3 on that catch, is going to give another first down. So flag on the play. He's going to give another first down to OBU. But the rhythm here of OBU is just fantastic. They don't seem phased at all. You've got to give credit here to, you've got to give credit to the O-line here as well. I mean, give credit to both teams here, both in the Southern Conference Cup final. They've defeated some pretty decent teams to even get here. You know, I personally thought, given how close the Oxford Brookes versus Sussex game was in the regular season, that we'd be here today seeing a rematch. But Plymouth put more points on Sussex than OBU did, which is an interesting little takeaway.
key to the game is act like you've been here before. You know.
And this is
Whether or not you have,
this is what's mad, isn't it? OBU haven't been here before.
keep your composure.
Oh, and a good catch there, but it's not going to have enough yardage on it. Do you know what I was surprised at? I felt like that Oxford Brookes, because they've been so close to being promoted over the last few seasons, or they've been like 1 game away, 2 games away, not like in the last 2 years, but they've been close. I was then told that OBU have never been a D1 side. I just couldn't believe that, but I mean, it's interesting when you think about it.
That can't be right.
No, exactly.
That can't be true.
That's exactly. Well, that's what number 1 Niall Ashworth says. So I'm taking. I don't think that's true. Good catch by number 24, but instantly caught there by I believe that was number 10 of the Plymouth Blitz. But yeah, it doesn't sound right, does it?
It does not sound right at all because I feel like I remember them being in Div 1.
Yeah,
but
so do
know.
I.
Maybe it's Mandela effect.
Yeah. It's one of those
I know
things.
Oxford Lancers
But
have
do
been
you know
in
what it
Div
is?
1,
Do you know what it probably is? It's probably that they've played Oxford when Oxford were a D2 side as well, and because we think of Oxford as a D1 side.
Mm-hmm.
But think about this year. Both teams pretty happy here because they get to have the Cavaliers Cup twice a year. Oh, Holmes is going deep and just cannot find him there.
I will say, he looked like he was tripped. He looked like he was tripped as the ball was coming down, but seems more incidental than
Purposeful.
purposeful.
But yeah, both. So Cavaliers Cup is when Oxford Brookes plays the Oxford Lancers. They get that twice a year now. Normally it was a little bit of a varsity thing for them.
Interesting.
4th and 6th. No,
I think another thing is obviously Redden Knights, who Oxford Brookes usually have their varsity against, are
Relevant,
often Div 1. I mean, they're going down to Div 2 again now, but they've been Div 1 a few times.
So
and that's
4th
probably where
and
the
6th
confusion comes from.
fires it. Oh, and what a catch there! And just like that, the referees they're calling it. I was worried they were going to call that out of bounds, but Henry Marsh with another great catch for OBU. I mean, OBU's 4th down gambling here. It's almost like it's not gambling. It seems like it's sure money for OBU as they've converted 2 of this. Yeah, we've got bees, huge bees here.
They're bees and not wasps.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
So I mean, there's no pollen here, but it seems to me like the Oxford Brookes.
So run up the middle here.
Oh, here he goes. Here he goes, weaving in and
47
out.
is just on a mad one all game long. This man has been on a mad one. And we're only in Q2.
I was about to say, it seems to me that the Brookes are really trusting their defense on this, because for them to go for it on 4th down anytime they need to shows that they don't need to punt, because they trust their defense to be able to maintain the position they've got, especially being able to hold Plymouth on 4 downs in front of the goal.
Yeah. But I mean, Cosmov number 47, another great run from him today. But even Marsh's 3 as well. Number 24, that's a big man in motion. Holmes going to take it himself, he's running right. But brought down there by number 52 of the Plymouth Blitz. I'll tell you what Plymouth Blitz do have. They've got a lot of vanguards on their team, as I'm sure you wouldn't be surprised about.
Wouldn't be surprised at all. I mean, it's more of a surprise that some of the guys just stay local. A lot of guys stay local when they go to uni because, you know,
So
some guys go to uni and stay local where they live,
Yeah.
where at uni, and some guys come back home and play their local teams at home.
So we've got an injured player on the field. So that tackle's made by Luke Bowles, number 52. And as we're talking about people staying local, East Kent Mavericks is Luke Bowles, which is a pretty decent journey.
Very
That's a long. That man's far from home. That
It
man
is
is far
a
from
decent
home.
journey to be making. To be fair, what begs the question when you got guys, Oxford Lancers and Oxford Brookes, you know, if they were all able to stay local, you think Oxford Saints would be a bit more of a weapon, to be honest.
What?
A bit more of a force.
What are you talking about? Do you not think Oxford Saints are going to do well this season? I think they're going to do well this season.
I think they will do well this season. From what I've seen from them, they've got quite a few good players this year.
Didn't they have a joint with Solent?
They
There
did.
we go, okay.
They did. That's why I got to
And
see
with
them
Sandwell.
firsthand. I didn't quite see how they got along with Sandwell.
But yes, obviously you saw them get along with Solent as
But,
Kwame
I did
is a
see
thrasher.
defensive back. I mean, they threw the ball straight to me. So. But other than that, I mean, they've got some good players. They've got some real talent in their team. That's one thing I will say about Oxford is that they're able to always attract some talent out of somewhere.
Yeah, if you look at their social media, they're pulling people in. So
maybe one of the challenges for them might be keeping said talent.
yes.
A lot of the time they attract players who then go abroad or elsewhere or wherever.
I feel like it's one of those things where, like, if the season starts off bad in Britball, you can just get out.
A lot of people do that. You lose the first game, right? I'm out of here. Fire sale.
Fire sale. So 2nd and 3 now.
And up to 24 and
They're
he's
running out to the left hand
heading
side.
all the way to
24
the
has got it.
outside.
And stiff arms and taken out of bounds. It looks like the 5.
Took about 3 or 4 guys just to push him out of bounds.
Absolutely. So Bobby Kadiri, tight end there running the ball. First year, started playing American football this past September. 6 touchdowns, GB under-19s. And guess where he's going? Or guess where he's planning on going come the summer? He's going to the London Warriors.
I mean, there's quite a few guys.
I mean, good stop there from the Blitz.
Quite a few guys on these teams who are total rookies, never played the sport before, and come into it, and it just shows how the learning curve isn't huge for this sport. You know, the ceiling is high, but the floor is very, very low.
I just want to let you know, did you see this note that we got left?
Yeah.
So I'm going to read that one out, aren't I? Awesome.
I didn't believe that one. I saw it and I said, there's no way that's true.
No, I thought the same thing. I was like, there's no way that's true.
How long has he been there? Holmes looking to his left, throws one over to the top, into the corner of the end zone. It's incomplete. Now I know if as soon as this halftime whistle goes, I'm running to my car and getting my big coat out. It's not cold, but it's windy, and I'm getting battered.
It looks a lot nicer than it is. It's not actually that bad. So 3rd down here. I mean, let's be honest. I feel like even if they don't get it here on 3rd, they're going to be attempting a touchdown on 4th down as well.
It could be. Do you reckon they'll go for the end zone this time, or do you reckon they'll go short on the yardage, go for a run?
I think it is going to be a run. I think you've got 47 right there. Kozmarov has been.
I think
he's been the gadget man for OBU today.
Ooh, look at number 28 in position. I think he might try to bounce
it. Gets it out there.
Does he get to the end zone?
Stretches across.
Extends.
What are the refs going to say?
Touchdown.
And they are going to say that is a huge touchdown. And that is going to take it to 12-0. And Kadiri is now going to have 7 touchdowns on the year.
Not what the Blitz would have wanted, but still a close game. And we still have the 3rd quarter to come, so heads are still up.
That's the OBU danger quarter. So, OBU going for it here, looking to make it 14-0. Make it difficult. And that's just going to be meat in the middle. But number 7 brought down there by number 28. Wow, what a great tackle there by number 28. I mean,
it looked like he could have gone, but it just didn't seem to me like the offensive line had the push, and 1 or 2 guys got through the line, was able to bring him down. A couple of missed tackles still. I mean, took an effort or 2 to bring him down.
I'm going to go to my paper rosters here, because on my digital roster I don't have a 28, but I mean, you just stopped. Sorry?
Is there something on there? What is this?
That is the reason why we've got signal.
For some reason I thought it was a screen that I couldn't see from the angle.
28 Alex Dean, there we go. I didn't have 28 on my digital roster. So he stops that there. Score is going to remain 12-0.
I would have had it all out, but my printer didn't have access to a printer today.
I sent it to you on email.
He did send it to me, yeah.
Oh, good. I thought I was really worried that I was going to surprise you with that.
That's why, because I usually go through it,
I brought the clipboard.
change
as
the
well.
format and everything.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah,
it
yeah.
comes through as a funny format and then I print it off, but did it all and I couldn't print it off, and I was like, oh, well, I've now got a document that I can't do anything with.
Shall I just give you the clipboard?
Leave them to you, you can if you want, yeah.
Yeah.
Where is it? Oh, it's in there.
Oh, it's in the bag here.
Yeah, we'll get it out in a sec. It's nearly half time.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, Les. We're just having a quick. Normally, like in NFL, they'll have a break and we can discuss things. But no, we don't have any breaks here.
We stay online, so we just have a quick
We
chit
stay-
chat. Be careful not to say anything that could get us cancelled because the mics are still on air.
No, not like us. Good. That kick has got some spin. Number 10 of the Blitz is going to take it. Oh no! He just gets past
He's
number
got
4.
some legs on
He's
him.
got some space. He's going to get that to midfield at the very least. Or maybe just a yard shy of midfield. Let's have a look at this.
Interesting.
Look at this camera angle.
He was gliding.
Oh,
He was
God.
gliding.
But I mean, decent field position here for the Blitz. Last time they started out with the ball inside OB territory. This time just slightly out.
Slightly out. I mean, good field position for them to make a drive, get down to 4th and goal and give the ball back to Oxford.
I will say, at some point, next time there's a break, which might be right now. All flags in the field. No. So this play is going to be dead. There was some just equipment on the field. The referees did blow it dead. I will pan around it because it's a pretty decent crowd here today for the Southern Conference Cup.
Not a bad crowd, especially for a Div 2. I mean, I don't think I saw crowds like this when I played for Oxford Saints. I mean, maybe a crowd about similar size, to be fair. I mean, granted, the season wasn't going too great, so people didn't really want to come and watch.
That's really funny. My time. So we've got an injured member. Oh, it's really weird. It's difficult saying always like you've got an injured Thrasher, you've got an injured Aztec, you've got an injured player of the Oxford Brookes University American football team. You know, there's no way to.
That's the thing, because when you've got teams like, for example, Nottingham Gold or SGS Pride or something without an S on the end.
To be fair,
what do you say?
To be fair, we've got 2 of them today because there's a Blitz down, there's a Blitz player. It just sounds a Blitz player, OBU player down. It's boring. So
if Blitz was the plural, we could say, yeah, there's an injured.
So they are on their own 49 here, are the Blitz. It's going to be a run from number 4. I mean, he's going to get into OBU territory. And
Easy
he's
to
going to
say,
have a gain of 4 on the play.
Easy to say, an injured burner, or an injured hurricane, or an injured destroyer, an injured demon. 10 points to anyone who can guess what teams they are.
Well,
But, yeah, what do you say? An injured Brook,
it's long, isn't it? So
an injured Oxford student.
Eddie Colfer here. I mean, Eddie Colfer number 4. I mean, that's a big man running the football, and he's been getting some decent yards all game long for the Blitz. So Polak just fires that out in front of Colfer.
And a pass like that just
quite
makes me
away.
big the question. Makes me ask the question: how inaccurate does a pass have to be considered intentional grounding? Because
It's interesting, isn't it? Because from our angle, so we're on. I mean, so this is our angle.
we're in the corner, and that just looked like he threw it
Yeah,
directly
so-
towards the sideline, nowhere near a receiver.
So this is where we are, and yeah, from our sideline, that was quite far out in front. You know.
Just threw it away.
So 3rd and 6 for the Plymouth Blitz. So Polak looks, he fires one out. I mean, he fired that into some traffic there, unable to get anything going, and it's going to remain 6 yards to go. It's going to change to 4th and 6.
That being said, with that point being made, obviously, when the word is the same as a plural, when a singular word in the plural is the same, like for example, barracuda. There's an injured barracuda on the field.
Yeah,
Is pretty simple to say,
yeah.
you know.
It's because like the Blitz is more of a concept.
Yeah. What do you
Isn't
say for gold and green?
You've
Is
got
this
to, you just
an
got to say,
injured player or an injured gold?
I'd say an injured gold. So they're going to be punting it again here. Another looping snap. Number 9 was close for Oxford Brookes to get that. That's going to bounce on the
It's a
floor,
live
but
ball,
42 for OBU. He's not gonna
technically
be able to
muffed because he
return it.
didn't quite catch it, but it muffed
No.
and stayed on the ground. And like it's like he pinned it to the ground with his hand, which probably harder than catching it, to be honest.
So I've got that as a Guy Owen. his first year uni, first year playing. He says catching specialist with a winky face. I mean, not from what I've just seen.
We beg to differ.
He's half Kenyan, and apparently that gives him plus 25 pace. Competed for GB windsurfing team in World and European Championships in Italy, Switzerland, Croatia, Estonia, Spain, Israel, and Latvia, reaching 19th in the world.
There's a lot of
if you see me on the pitch for a punt return, it's going to the house. No,
which house?
I just want to point out that is what
which
he.
house is it going to?
That is what he said. If you see me on the pitch for a punt return, it's going to the house. No.
It's not going to the house. Am I going to the supermarket?
And he wants me to give out his IG. Should we give out his IG?
Let's let him make a play first.
Yes,
if he doesn't make a play, let's give out his IG so everyone can block him.
That's fair. Oh dear. It's tickled me. So, I completely missed that play. I was reading out his stats. Fires that into the ground. I mean, that one, that's not intentional grounding. Definitely not.
Not intentional grounding there. I mean, I would also argue that the half Kenyan doesn't give him pace, it gives him more endurance. It gives him endurance, but yeah, Kenyans, they don't do speed, they do the long distance.
I will say, number 3, Henry Marsh, did used to wear number 14 until the QMBL DBs ripped it.
What do they do that for?
And he always gets tackled on the 1 yard line. And he wishes he could celebrate more. Again, these are just the fun facts.
Well, if you get the ball into the end zone and get the ball back to the referee, then you can celebrate. If you get the ball down to the 1 yard line, it's kind of pointless celebrating because you haven't scored yet. So if you celebrate and then your guys fumble and give the ball away, next play, you've now got egg on your face.
I mean, let's just gloss. We're too busy reading some OBU fun facts here to gloss over the fact that OBU are currently on their own 11 yard line looking at a 4th and I'm going to say 14, and OBU players are missing on the field. We may potentially have to see an OBU timeout here. Is he going to make it in time? He does.
This drive has happened really quickly, this one drive.
It has.
I mean, they got the ball.
It's because it's been all OBU. Looping snap there. Oh, that was blocked, and that is not. Oh, that takes a Plymouth. Well, so that takes an OBU bounce. I'll tell you what, Plymouth are going to have that once again, basically where they started their last offensive drive from, on their own 49. What a saving bounce that was.
Now this has really caught me. This has really caught me off guard because the fact that he waved for a fair catch really surprised me because that ball just looked like it wasn't going anywhere, and it looked like he would have had that ball recovered with a few yards to spare before the BU guys got there. He could have really made a couple of guys miss.
Hold on,
why am
I saying I agree like I've ever been on a punt return?
I don't know.
I'm gonna
just from the visual.
I'm going to defer to you.
Imagine yourself in that position.
Hold on, let me close my eyes. I've been tackled. Damn. I've muffed the punt. Even in my own imagination, I can't do it. So once again, once again, Plymouth Blitz find themselves just shy of OBU territory. Can they make something happen before the half? 82 in motion for the Blitz. Handoff to Colfer. And he is immediately caught there.
Is that now? No, it's number 9. Number 9.
By number 9 of OBU.
Got number 9.
Let me get.
It's in there. My hands are just really cold right now.
Lucas Strain, the D-end. First time playing football. Signed up to Brookes without ever having watched a game before.
I mean, that's like the same for me. I'd signed up to Burners without ever having watched a game before.
So he's going to London Blitz in the summer. 9 fumble recoveries and 4 sacks. Well, 3 sacks. Wow. 9 fumble recoveries. That's mental.
That just tells me, that and the 8 picks that the other rookie guy got, that just tells me that was the other team.
Yeah.
Both of these teams. That just tells me that Div 2 just doesn't have very good ball security. So why is the ball coming up
6
to the
in
ground
motion.
that many times?
Finds the man. And they are trying to punch that ball out. Let's have a look at that replay. It does look like there's some punches being thrown, but I do promise they're trying to get the ball out.
Seen it before. I've been there before.
Yeah. And that's Niall Ashworth trying to get that ball out.
I think he just wanted to break the guy's ribs.
Oh
He
dear.
just wanted to punch a guy. I've seen TJ Watt do it. I think it was against the Ravens. Was it against Zay Flowers? He went to catch the ball and Watt just punched him.
That's real.
Right in the gob.
So there you go. There you go. There's one for the Ashworth highlight tape. Him just punching
Made him drop the ball as well. I mean, it worked.
Oh dear. But I mean, enough for a first down in for the Blitz. We can laugh as much as we want, but Colfer's got it again. Once again, falling forward.
Seems to me again that the Blitz are able to drive down the field when they've got the ball around midfield. When they start in good field position, they can get the ball halfway down the field. And
So
is it
timeout
that they're
called by
running out of
Plymouth
steam?
Blitz.
Is it that they're just running out of steam, or is it that they just don't have any answers when they get into the red zone?
It's going to be interesting here because Colfer's been, he's been the man to really beat here. Well, on the running back side for the Blitz anyway. So 2nd and 5 now for Plymouth. Olak fires for the back end zone.
That's way past the end zone.
And his receiver just didn't seem to track that, but it was over his head anyway. Looking for number 83, Johnny Jammer, who is the brother. It's weird because they've got JJ, who's the nickname of the DB with 8 interceptions. They've also got his brother, who is Johnny Jammer, who's also he's not also JJ, but that's his initials are the same. So
I wonder what he is.
they didn't give me a nickname. Once again, Pollock finds it. Oh, and just bouncing off the fingertips. Matt Squires just can't bring that one in. And just like that, it's a 4th and 5 for the Blitz. Doesn't look like they're going to be bringing on any punting personnel. What are you doing here?
What am I doing here?
Yeah.
Commentating. What does it
No,
look like?
what the play?
Sorry, I completely lost you.
The play, Kwame. Well, it doesn't matter.
Throwing the ball up the middle to a guy who's not to the other team like what he's
intercepted.
done right
That
now.
is going. Still in bounds. Gets past one. I believe that's number 28 there.
It is. The guy with my number.
Now let's see. We can't go back far enough to see the actual interception, but
Those of you who are watching, you can always rewind the stream and watch it again.
so Bruno Robinson there with the interception.
Oh, I should not have taken my hood off. Windy. Yeah, I mean, what I was going to say before, I completely lost my train of thought for a second. What are you asking what I was doing? I said, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
You asked me to come here.
Here's the thing now, OBU now get a chance to score here, and Plymouth once again an opportunity, a red zone scoring opportunity, throws by the wayside. Oh my lord, I can't believe he kept a hold of that.
Is that my number 24 again? I mean, it just looks to me like the Plymouth Blitz are getting down the field, again, just losing their marbles in the red zone and giving the ball straight back to the Oxford Brookes. And if they keep doing this, there is no chance for them to really do anything and get any scores on the board. They can't afford to sit there and wait for this all-elusive third quarter to come.
You know, we can laugh and joke about OBU and concede in the third quarter, but
they have to get a score.
It's difficult
before half-time.
I mean,
really
I always feel like getting back from 2 scores very possible. 3 scores, it's very difficult.
Is asking for it.
Gets it out there. Oh,
again, I'll always go back to when the Hertfordshire Cheetahs did it against, I can't remember what team it was.
Did we do that game?
No, it was the final. It was the final after that game that we did.
The Vikings.
No, was it the Vikings? It was the national final. It was the national one, and they were 21-0 down at half time, and they brought it back to 21-21 and won in overtime, 28-21.
So here we go. 3rd and 6 gets it through the middle there, almost picked off there
It again.
by number 11.
Other than that game, I don't remember ever seeing a team come from 3 scores down in Britball.
It's very, very difficult. I mean,
it's possible, but just
I feel like we have this discussion every time that there's a 3-score margin. I feel like, we try and keep the faith as much as possible here on comms, but when it gets to 3 scores, you start to go, and that's the noise. So 4th and 6 here, OBU going for it again. Holmes is firing.
Deep. Has a man. And I think at this point, we can confidently say
amazing.
We know what's going to happen right in front of us. Can you see us on the camera? Not quite. But it seems to me like I'm looking at this, and I see number 15 defensive back. He almost watched the receiver make the catch in front of him. just allowed it to happen in front of him before then trying to get the ball and knock it out for a fumble.
So Alex Bates there was the receiver on that touchdown for OBU.
Fantastic catch by Alex Bates. As he just allows it to, goes for another one here. It's intended for him, is it? It's back of the end zone.
Oh!
Caught for the extra
What a
2-pointer.
grab. I just want to see how good this camera angle was. Did I do a good enough job? I'll take it.
I mean, I could see Holmes looking for Bates, looking for number 11 as he found a little bit of space in the front corner of the end zone, but then it got quickly closed up, and Holmes just quickly looked over to the other side as 3 guys closed down on Holmes. Number 24 was open in the back of the end zone.
Bobby Kadiri there. He's now got 8. Well, sorry, yeah, he's now got 8 points in the day, bringing in not that last touchdown, the touchdown before, and now a 2-point conversion. 20-0 is the score here at Tisdale Park for the hometown side.
Seems to be, yes, I can see a Cambridgeshire Cats helmet, number 1 over there. And with the colour matching cleats as well. But as I was going to say...
Taylor Adams.
What I was going to say before I forget what I'm about to say.
Sorry.
No, it's not you, it's me. What was I going to say? It's gone. Wait, it's almost gone.
Okay, all eyes on Kwame here.
It's coming. That was it, I got it.
Okay.
Every time the Blitz get to the final, they play against someone who's undefeated. Last time it was the Burners, this time it's the Brookes. And it just seems to me like they just don't have their number right now. They just don't have it.
Do you know what's mad with Plymouth? Like Plymouth in the playoffs, when they've made the playoffs, they've played Brunel in the playoffs. They've played Yui, and I don't mean Yui 2's there. Fumble by number 1, he picks it back up. To be fair, we were just talking about him. And he's making a decent go of it.
He's got a little crease. If he had a bit more pace and he didn't lose his foot, he probably wouldn't be able to make it.
If you're OBU, are you worried here? Because that's, once again, Plymouth are finding themselves at the halfway point of the field off of a special teams issue here.
I'm not worried. I'll just wait for him to turn it over again.
Okay. Taylor Adams there with a good return.
But in all honesty, I think given the score, given the position, the way the game's going, I, as Oxford Brookes, wouldn't be too worried at this moment in time because... Again, I trust my defense. The fact that they're going for it on 4th down every play and they haven't really punted other than times where they've been backed up in their own end zone.
Big hit, but a great catch there.
Good catch and an even better hit. Apart from the times where they've been backed up in their own end zone, they haven't needed to punt the ball. Now, I feel like that in itself says that they trust their defense to be able to stop Plymouth Blitz from driving down the field.
So another timeout there for the Blitz. Again, you're going to be wanting to make something happen here, especially considering that Oxford Brookes are going to be getting the ball after half time as well.
Yeah, they have to. At this moment, it's do or die for the quarter, for the game, in fact. If they don't score now and Oxford Brookes get the ball second half and score, game done. We'll pack your bags and start going home. It's wide open receiver, number 83.
Well,
and he's not quite into the end zone. He's down at the inside the 20, inside the red zone.
Let's look at that. That is a great ball there. I mean,
wide open. There was a blown coverage. Nobody saw him. He just completely ignored him.
I mean, I imagine that the Plymouth SU is currently going absolutely mental.
There's a flag now. That looks to be on number 15 of Oxford Brookes, as he was the one who put his arms out saying, "What, me? What?" Now the ref is talking to him.
Could be having a chat here. I mean, he's going all the way to his sideline. So this is obviously the best chance that Plymouth Blitz have had all day long, all game long. They are very, very close to putting some points on the board here. Some much needed points on the board here for the Plymouth Blitz. Is it coming? Is Colford going to have it? And the play's blown dead. Flag on the play from the official on our side. And a full start for the Plymouth Blitz. I mean, that is exactly where you don't need a full start anytime, but right there, damaging.
This is delicious. This is so delicious.
Kwame on his third pastry of the day.
Oh my word.
People are going to be, look at the state of me. They think, this is Teb's behaviour you've got going on here, mate. This is Teb's behaviour.
If the viewers could see what I'm eating right now, oh my word.
Throws it. And that is intercepted. Oh, and another great chance there by the Plymouth Blitz is intercepted.
That was the same guy who intercepted it. Number 28 again.
Do you think the number 28 helps you get interceptions?
Yes. As somebody who wears number 28, yes.
I mean, okay, what do you make of this now? Plymouth, that's the best chance they've had all game long, and it's a turnover.
I think Oxford Brookes right now are doing to Plymouth. You know, when like an older brother gives something to a younger brother, like a little toy or something, or says, "Here you go," and dangles it in front of him, like, "Hey, get it. Hey, here you go, take it." And the kid's jumping up to try and get it.
I mean, given it was blown coverage, I wouldn't go that far. I mean, Plymouth still have been impressive here, but I mean, don't get me wrong, 3 scores is bad, but then when you have a chance like that and it's blown, I mean, that is going to be a head dropper. There's some horizontal running, just stiff arming.
When you've got guys like that and it takes about 8 players to bring him down, and every opportunity you get, you go towards the red zone, you throw the ball, and it gets caught by somebody who's wearing a different coloured jersey, and they're running back the other way, it just completely kills your momentum. Right, not only to throw an interception or to get a turnover, but then to give up a big play straight after that.
But I can imagine that if we were closer to the Plymouth players there, as soon as that ball ended up in the hands of number 28 of OBU, just a big, oh gosh,
big sigh.
Big sigh. Bobby
and it's
Kadiri,
not a
they're
sigh
getting
of
a
relief,
first down.
a sigh of frustration.
Bobby Kadiri, they're getting it, just fires it into the middle. I think that's number 3 for
catch.
OBU.
Good spinning catch.
Good speed as well. But he is going to be brought down there by one of the 20s I didn't quite see. I'm trying to see if we've got the catch.
Just after the catch now. It takes about 3 guys to bring him down. He does get down around about the 37-yard line.
Maris, can you zoom in a bit?
Ooh.
Thank you.
It's good to know that his earphones are working. That's all that.
I think that's going to be it, isn't it? Yeah.
That looks to be it for
that
the
is
half
time. Well, I got that. Sorry, Maris, I got that note as we got into the half. So here we go. So at the half here, 20-0. Plymouth Blitz have had their chances, but I mean,
Plymouth Blitz have had chances, but their chances just seem to be getting taken away by the Oxford Brookes defense. Now, it just seems to me like every opportunity they get a few yards, they drive down the field, they get into the red zone, and that ball just gets taken away by the other team. Absolute sucker punch every single time the Plymouth Blitz get into the red zone and they get some good field position. Now, it just needs a little bit extra from them.
For me, I mean, Plymouth Blitz, they've had some good returns. Special teams has been pretty decent for them, managing to get it to the halfway point of the field multiple times. It's going to be interesting to see if they can get something going here, but not being able to score in their best opportunity of the day, and also Oxford Brookes getting the ball after half time, it's looking pretty shaky here for the Plymouth Blitz.
Definitely. It looks like right now the Oxford Brookes, with their first possession of the second half, have a real opportunity to really put the gravestone on this game, really bury... What is that noise?
There's music.
To really bury this game right now.
I mean, I completely agree. I think that if Oxford Brookes score on this next drive, I think, it could be celebrations in ye old Oxford town.
Already, there'll be a bus parade from Tilsley Park to Cassim Stadium, and.
But I mean, consider this: first time Oxford Brookes have been in a final, and they're looking right now that they're going to be walking away with it. I think that's pretty impressive. Obviously, both of these teams got to consider next season, and obviously that season's a long way away, because this is the last weekend of Bucks American football action. They're going to be both playing in Div 1, and it's going to be interesting to see what they can do here. Oxford Brookes are going into a very, very tough division, but I mean, made slightly less tough by the promotion of the Brunel Burners. They're still going into a division with the Lancers, with the Hurricanes, with the Brighton Panthers. It's going to be interesting as well.
Could that be a division with the Birmingham Lions as well?
It's going to be an interesting one. That is going to be one of the questions that is going to be answered in the off-season. Where are the Birmingham Lions going to be placed? Obviously, they count as a South team.
They are technically a South team, but
they are Northern.
Quite North. So it's odd because they've been in the Prem South this whole time, but all the other teams in the Midlands,
sort of moved around.
Warwick, Coventry, who else is in the North? They all are in the North Division, aren't they?
Yes.
And then even obviously you've got Anglia Ruskin, who are way down in Cambridge, and they're up in the North.
Same with Pythons, yeah. It's going to be an interesting one to see where that goes. But as I've said, this is the final week of Bucks America football action. Somewhere in the North, we'll try and find a score for you. It's Derby versus Sheffield for the Northern Conference Cup final. But next week will be the return for senior ball, Brit ball, adult ball, whatever you want to call it. I will be doing the Swindon Storm versus the Hereford Stampede, which will be nice.
Swindon.
Yes, it will be in Swindon, so that's a nice short drive for me.
Is it next week?
It is, mate, yeah. It comes quick. I thought I'd have some weeks off. I don't.
What time is kickoff?
They two.
Ooh, I might be able to.
I mean, the offers there if you want to come and do it.
I might be able to do something.
And hopefully,
potentially.
I'm not sure if he's watching, my girlfriend can drive and I can have a beverage. I think we're going to be joined by a guest here.
Driving from Swindon to Swindon.
Yes, you're coming on.
Yeah, you're coming on.
This man does not wash this jacket at all.
Should I go in the middle?
Yeah, go in the middle. We'll go in the middle.
When did you wash that? 2014.
So here we are, Premiership analyst, SJ. What are you thinking about this game so far? Speaking of that, Mike.
General manager of the team of the year.
I would say it's overused to lose at this point. Qualities, it's there. I think what they need to show up on in terms of OBU is a kick-off team. Like they've started every drive at the moment. I think from
it's not been
from Plymouth so far. Every drive has been starting on the 50.
Yes.
So that's got if they want to lock it away, that's got to be what they need to work on. Questionable QB read at the end there.
Yes.
5-yard line. I think there was a bit of a confusion with how much time was left on the clock.
Yeah.
So that's why I think they apparently passed it.
So why did you pick Plymouth to win? Keep it lively.
It's fun to wind Niall up.
Yes.
I think that's the main reason. But I don't know. I saw the score against Sussex, and I thought, well, they can clearly do something. I mean, it's not dead and buried yet. There's still a lot to it.
But as both me and Kwame have said, obviously Oxford Brookes are going to get the ball after the half. They score there.
I think if Oxford Brookes can come out, start off how they started off this first half, then I think they'll put it to bed quite early.
Oxford Brookes, they're going into the Div 1 Southern where where Bruno have been.
I have been. Yeah, I'm not there anymore.
Not there anymore. How do you think they're going to do there? Because they're going up against the Lancers, tough team. Hurricanes, tough team. Brighton, I think they're a team on the rise.
I think they've got a really good chance. I think I've been chatting with some of the Oxford coaches as well. I think they're going into a division with a lot of teams that have a lot of uncertainty around them. I think with Oxford, I don't think they know entirely who's coming back. I think might have seen the last of their quarterback, who's been probably one of the best quarterbacks I've seen us ever play against. Hertfordshire, don't know what's going on there. To me, from what I've heard from Hertfordshire, it's falling apart at the moment. Brighton, new head coach? Head coach coming in. And then I think the big question is, where does Brum end up? Because that's the thing. I think Brum are looking at potentially ending up in there with them.
Is it the same thing?
That is a mammoth away day to Brighton and vice versa.
100%. I mean, this is very, very early. I was considering that the season ends in probably about an hour and a half for Uniball. I think that Brum, they've got to be the favourites to go straight back up as far as I'm concerned. And I know that sounds bad. You've got the southwest, the southeast. I'm sorry, wherever Birmingham end up, I'm putting my money on the Lions.
I think we had this conversation when Hearts first came down. Again, it was that thing of like they're too big to be in Division 1.
Yes, 100%.
I don't know if that is. I don't know if we want to make the same mistake with that. I think Bournemouth will still be there again, but again, I think like I was saying over there, is so much uncertainty over the summer in Uniball. There's these teams that you were like, oh, they are unreal, and they'll come back and everyone's gone.
I mean, that's why Uniball is the best.
That's why it's best.
That's why, because you've got all the turnover. Because you look at OBU last year, mid-table finished. Before that, I believe they were 1-4.
You'd never predicted them at the start of the season, as much as they can get on about it. No, we would never have said they'd be here.
No, especially I think both me and you at the start of the season, we picked Surrey Stingers to win the Southern too.
Yeah.
And Surrey Singers didn't really have much going for them this year. Sussex are looking like the team next year in the Southern too.
I think it's again, what conversations having over there is it's a lot about infrastructure in Division 2. I think if you can get a player slash coach like Calvin Stitt coming in, you can see that he's made a big difference. I think that's a difference maker. I think you've seen it with a lot of those teams that go up from Division 2, is they've had these head coaches that are very charismatic, very well known. You know, we can rattle off a few names just from the last few years. You know, you've got Rob Smith, you've got Georgia Teague, Kent when they came back up. I can't remember who it was. That's a terrible example. I can't remember who it was. And you got Calvin Stitt here. You know, Steve Rains at Bournemouth. You know, there's a lot of teams that have established head coaches that can push them up. You know, I think. But so I'm not shoehorning Brunel into everything, but look at us. We changed our head
100%.
coach, and it's absolutely changed the game for us. But no, I think this will be an interesting second half. I mean, Plymouth is still there. It's not gone.
One of the things where, like, I've been very critical of Plymouth. I've said this a few times. I've been very critical of Plymouth, especially in the playoffs. And they've come in. They surprised me. There is something there for the Blitz. There is something there.
This isn't all one-way traffic. No, absolutely not.
No.
They just need to figure it out, because I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of their run game.
Well, this is it. There's Colfer. I believe he's number 4 for them. That's a big running back in there, and he is making yards, 3-4 yards.
They've got a good couple of running backs, and I can see they can move the ball with them, because the pass game's just not working right now.
It's one of those things where, but when you're running, you've got 2 big linebackers in number 50 and number 1 for OBU. I mean, I don't want to. Sometimes when I walk towards Niall at pace, I get scared, you know. So
I sorry to say, I forgot how tall he actually is.
Yeah, you forget.
I think that's the struggle as well. I think that offensive line for Plymouth is unbelievably undersized.
Yes, and I mean, then this is it. Like, having actually played against Plymouth in the past, they have been smaller, but they have been physical as well. Like, I had a struggle against them, but this was 2 years ago. There may potentially be maybe 1 or 2 O-linemen there who I've played against, but Plymouth are a rough and tough team. But I mean, Brooks, as we say, I think Brooks are making their way over for the second half. They have got power, and I mean, Holmes at QB, they've got a lot of tall guys.
Yes. Tall guys. I'll take tall guys, not big guys, but tall guys.
Yeah.
How do you think Plymouth will do next season?
His thing again. People watch the Rundown, which is that Sport Tank show on Uniball and Britball. Me and SJ are hosts on it. We've been we were critical of the Southwest one all season.
Just a little bit.
Personally, I can't see them coming down.
No.
I think that there's, Lewis Munt, who is like the star key player for the Killer Bees. He's not there anymore.
Oh, he's gone.
It's going to be interesting to see what Bath can do. They have got a good infrastructure, I feel, Bath.
I think it's interesting to see what Bournemouth bring back.
Yes, I mean,
because from what I heard, there is a lot of that team going.
Yes, I mean,
a lot of them finishing their 4th years.
It's going to be, again, don't get me wrong. I don't think there's a.
We're not. This isn't us saying, the Bournemouth fall off is coming. It's not. It's not. It's definitely not.
I don't think there's a world where Bournemouth.
Please don't kill us.
Bournemouth aren't getting relegated anytime soon.
No, absolutely not.
They are the top.
I said they will be in the final again.
Yeah, but here's the thing. But if we're looking now at the bottom of the table, I don't think Bristol are going to be there. Obviously, Bristol had a good season. Beating KCL, that's impressive. As much as they may, get angry at us, but I don't think Bristol's there. I think potentially you're looking at Bath, or you're looking at Southampton. Southampton do seem to have a sort of ability to stay up when it's getting difficult.
They pull it out when they need to.
Obviously, Swansea relegated from there after a catastrophic season for the Titans. But for me, I mean, again, it's very, very early. Again, the Uniball 25-26. That's that might as well be 2 years away.
Yeah, that's going to be a long 6 months for me.
We got another 24 minutes of Bucks American football action before the season ends.
That's done.
But I've said this has been my favourite season that I've covered. I mean, it's probably your favourite season, but I mean, for me, Burners going up, Cardiff staying in, Birmingham coming down.
If I take the Burners hat off, it has been one of the best seasons. I think National League has been the reason for that, I think.
I think so as well. I mean,
Prem's come back to what it should be.
You look at week 3, week 2, Goals beating Bullets. I mean, that exploded the entire, not even British University American football community, but the entire British American football community,
It's
they didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, I think this season has been it's been the best I've seen. I've enjoyed everything that I've watched.
It's been absolutely fantastic, and I mean, even today, we've said it before, Plymouth, their last time in the Southern Conference Cup was against Brunel in the 16-17 season. They have been to Div 1 before. OBU, their first time in a final, their first time in D1.
They've never been to D1, have they? No.
No, and
No.
this is it. Me and Kwame, like, it's difficult to, you think that they have been, and they just came down. But no, first time in D1.
I think that's what you found with Prem National coming in, is you've got a lot more teams that are able to push up. Not as much in the south, because the south didn't really have any changes, but in the north you've got more teams challenging at the top. Northumbria going back to back is insane, and I not taking anything away from Northumbria. I don't think that happens if your Leeds and your Warwicks and
No.
has stayed in that division.
No.
So I think it's had a massive impact. I think it's only going to get better. I think it's only going to get
We
better.
need to see what the Premiership brings. Warwick, I mean, as much as they probably don't think so, coming out of nowhere, I feel, to take the Premiership North and go all the way to the finals.
We have to back them a bit more, I think, next season now.
Oh, 100%. I mean, Warwick are the team to beat now. I mean, but personally, I think Leeds are going to come back.
Leeds are always there. Leeds are always there.
Leeds are always going to be there.
It goes back to the thing I was saying about great head coaches.
Yes.
Those goals has been in the game for a long time. She's a great head coach.
And it's going to be interesting to see what Northumbria can do. I mean, personally, I know that the Bucks American football season ends, in probably about an hour. Have still got varsity games. They don't count within the Bucks.
No, and you always got to take them with a pinch of salt as well.
But for me, there's one varsity game which I think is very, very interesting, and that is Newcastle versus Northumbria.
That's happened already.
Has it? Who won?
Yes. It was Northumbria 3-0.
Well, no way.
3-0, yeah, 3-0. I think it was 6-0 the year before to Newcastle or something.
Like that. But that one's interesting.
Yeah.
You can take them to Newcastle. But Newcastle are sort of the favourites.
They're still in this. Yeah, I think that's, and I don't think that's been unfair on them. Like I say, until we see what happens next season and the first game's on the way, all we've got is what we've got of this year.
Exactly.
That's what we say to people. All we can do is take results based on numbers. If you don't tell us what you've got, then I can't help you.
Some teams will tell us, some teams won't. But ladies and gentlemen, it's been my favourite season. I'm going to let SJ go back up to the stands because it looks like OBU are ready to take.
Yeah, and I'll come back after.
There's no helmets going on, but thank you, SJ, for joining me during this half time. And we're going to get started with some second half action here for the Southern Conference Cup. The scoreline as it stands, as I'm sure you can see, is 20-0 to Oxford Brookes. I'm going to get behind the camera. You don't have to look at my face no more. What a lovely day. What a lovely day. I know that my mic is still on. People who are watching. Plymouth SU, what drinks are you having? Tell me. Tell me. Because I'll tell you what, I'm definitely having a beer when I'm getting people watching. I've only really got today between now and then. Let me ask Steve if the rundown comes back tomorrow. Steve, if you're watching, does the rundown come back tomorrow? Where is he? Where is Steve? Away. What? Is the rundown back tomorrow? So that's senior ball rundown, not me. Oh, it's still warming up. Right, Blitz. Brookes got their helmets on. Is the rundown back tomorrow? Anyway, we haven't even said Happy Mother's Day to everyone out there. Happy birthday. Happy Mother's Day to my mum, though she's definitely not watching. Reese Roberts, where is he? He's told me to shout out number 69, Sam the Dinner Lady Betson. You've got number 69, that means you're a good player. That and 77. That and 77. Let me see if I can find out what the Derby Sheffield scores. That might be Andy. Chris. Talking to myself. Using my government name. I accidentally called Sheffield Sabres this morning. Not that anyone cares about that one. Sabres. Oh my God! Oh my God! I can't believe this is one. Half time, 8 minutes ago, the Sabres lead the Braves 15-8. 15-0. 15-0? Sheffield lead the Braves? That's mental. I can't believe that. I mean, good on Sheffield. They're going to be very unhappy with us. I didn't see that coming. I really, really didn't. Good on the Sabres. Well, the referees have come back out now. I think we may have been a bit too presumptuous on when the second half was starting. Definitely. Disney partnered over bar. Let's sort of pan around here. Of course, some people sat on the bank. I imagine I'll say they're OBU supporters. Well, I imagine they are, but we're gonna just have a pan around. Look, we've got fans here. Can you believe it? Decent turnout. Kwame's back. Let's film Kwame for a bit. That Kwame's back with us now. He has got a jacket on.
Back in the building.
I'm not sure how much you're paying attention to the Div 2 North. So the rundown, we all picked Derby to win. Score as it stands at half time in their game was 8 minutes ago. Sheffield 15, Derby 0.
Interesting.
That's pretty good. Both of those teams also going up
Sheffield
this
Sabres.
year. Yeah, Sheffield Sabres. Yeah, which is I think this is madness, right? Sheffield Sabres played their varsity game against Hallam last week. They got Northern Conference Cup to worry about. Obviously, it means nothing to them because they're 15-0 up against the Braves. The Braves who put on the surge. Again, it's going to be interesting to see where they fall. You've got Edge Hill winning the Northwestern, Sheffield winning the Northeastern, Derby winning the Midlands, Kingston Cougars, they've won the Southeast. You know, everyone loves Kingston Cougars. They are in D1 next year.
I must say, as a former Brunel burner, I am incredibly jealous of every single American football team that gets to play varsity.
Oh yeah, because this, you won't believe this, mate. My first ever uni that I went to, St Mary's. Big rugby. no, I left, brother. I left. But yeah, St Mary's, big rugby university, huge rugby university, based in Twickenham. They do not have a American football squad, if you can believe it.
They don't at all. Funny enough, when I used to run track before I went to uni, I actually did a race at St Mary's, Twickenham. That's all.
Like, don't get me wrong. This is completely my opinion. That's all St Mary's had. That's all St Mary's had.
All they have is track and rugby.
Yeah.
Which really.
Yeah, all track and rugby. Yeah. That is genuinely true.
I find that interesting because obviously they're a massive rugby uni, and obviously they battered Brunel 1 year at varsity. I think it was my second year because they usually alternate between home and away. This would have been 2018.
Oh no, I was long gone.
So then I think the year after that is when Brunel partnered with Elan for their with the Trailfinders for all the scholarship kids would go over to Brunel, and obviously their rugby team got really good. So now the rugby matches, it's all great at varsity because it's a good rugby team against another good rugby team.
I mean, it's one thing.
Still no American football.
But St Mary's, that's a small university. They're not getting an American football team anytime soon.
It baffles me because I'm pretty sure I remember at one point they had a player.
We'll get back to this. So the kickoff for Q3 is underway. 35 settles underneath it. It bounces off. Back to the end zone. 35. A bit unhappy with himself there. Bouncing off his fingertips.
If that happens, I think the ball should start at the 1. because he touched the ball. It's a live ball. I think the ball should start at the 1.
I mean, he's very, very unhappy with himself. We can see that. And just for that, you get a shout out, number 35. Let me find you. What have you said? What is number 35's fun fact? We're going to find out. We're going to find out pretty quickly here.
All these guys have fun facts. Some of them have more fun facts than others, and some of them have quite disturbing facts. But
yeah, there's some facts that we can't read on air, which is why I'm surprised they. I mean, I asked for fun fact. I asked for facts.
some of these facts can be mentioned on the rundown maybe at some point.
So Adam TV, first year at Brookes, first year playing the sport after 7 years of track. No wonder he's a returner.
More or less the same background as me.
Goes out to 3. Good form tackle there by number 15 of the Blitz.
I had a good 7 years or so, 6 or 7, maybe 8 years, I can't remember right now. Pretty much all through secondary school and sixth form, running track. And then I tore my hamstrings.
Do you think that helps you if you're a returner?
The only thing it helps you with is the speed itself.
Okay.
It doesn't actually help you returning the ball because a track runner doesn't learn how to read blocks. A track runner doesn't learn how to pace their run, you know.
Okay. And just pops it to 24. And again, that's a big man.
Number 24 is a beast.
And number 10 there for the Blitz, managed to drag him down. And that is JJ. That is the first year player for the Brookes who has got 8 interceptions on the year, with half of them being pick sixes. But this is a sight you do not want to see if you are an OBU supporter.
Is that JJ on the ground?
No, I believe that is number 24. Bobby Kadiri is on the Plymouth sideline.
There's a guy limping with a leg brace. I thought he was dancing, I didn't see the leg brace.
That's going to be a big blow to OBU.
Blow BU.
Kadiri can't get up. He's picked up. No, he's walking back over to his sideline. I mean that's then.
Sometimes they just take a while to get up.
Yeah.
Maybe they just got hit funny, or
So
it could have. Ooh, he's limping. Is he coming? No,
no,
not back into the huddle.
he was down there to stop it dead for him, so he's going to be coming off. But he's jogging there, so he looks like he's going to be okay. That's going to bring up another first down for Oxford Brookes. Single back formation. Haven't seen much of Komarov, but I mean, we have just had half time, and that could be clouded my memory. Gets it out to number 11. He bobbled it, but caught it. Gets round
caught it
one.
backwards as well.
The number 18 there with the Blitz, managing to wrap him up there. We'll get him to ground at least. Alex Bates there. On reception, he's the VP for OBU. 5 touchdowns on the year for him. I mean, they're going through the air here, but this could be a huge sack for the Blitz. I mean, you've got to be happy with that if you are Plymouth. Number 62 there for
Huge
Plymouth
play.
getting through.
Huge play. It's going to give him a lot of confidence to start this third quarter. Even though we're still considering the score is about 1,000,000 to nothing, it is now third in a pilgrimage.
Anthony Appel-Ado there on the sack, and that is going to send OBU backwards by a fair chunk. It's going to be a third, and what are you saying there, 19, 18?
Yeah, I'd say 19.
19. But OBU having gone through the air here, not much in the run, but they've got an empty set here, potentially setting up, no, they're not going to do a QB run here, what am I talking about? Oh no, they are. How did I call that? I'm so good at my job.
It just looked to me like they had nowhere to go. I don't understand why.
That was a very strange play call, because
I don't understand why you would call that play. Why he wouldn't attempt to throw the ball. I thought he was doing that to try and fake them into rushing, and then he was going to spin it around and try something ridiculous.
so that is now going to be, I think that's going to be a loss of 4 here. So we're going to be looking at a 4th and 22 here. So, I mean, in a shocking twist to no one, OBU are going to bring on their punting unit. The only time they've punted before was when they had a situation similar to this and they were backed up. Number 99 to kick it away.
This is actually
snap
very
there.
good for the Blitz
But,
right now.
oh my God, number 55 was just there. That was so close.
I was going to say this
and
is
that's
actually
going to take a Plymouth bounce.
this is actually fantastic for the Blitz because not only are they punting in bad field position, but they've got the wind coming in this direction as well. I knew that that ball was not going to take a very good flight path.
I mean, considering OBU, I think definitely if they would have scored there, this game's not looking great for them. Stat line we brought up earlier, the OBU have only conceded in the third quarter. Could we potentially see something here?
Coincidentally, this is the best field position we've seen for the Blitz.
To start, yeah, definitely. So hand off to number 4 there.
Let's see what they can do.
Gonna
Let's
get some.
see what they can do.
But all those plays there for OBU were through the air. I mean, number 47 is still a weapon for them. And Colfer managing to get 3 yards on the play there for Plymouth Blitz.
Now, the Brookes will be hoping that they can keep one of these all day.
Gets it out to number 8, but there were just too many pink jerseys around.
Seems to me like they... 2 more plays and they might be able to keep it.
And George Tidy there, getting the ball. Gonna have a slight gain. Looking like a 3rd and 4, but Plymouth Blitz are running to the line and OBU are gonna be calling a timeout by the sounds of things.
Well, it's not quite icing the kicker, but they are making a substitution.
I think at a D2 level, doing hurry up, no huddle can be very, very dangerous. If I recall correctly, this is something that Plymouth have had to deal with, have been doing for the last few seasons. As I said, I have played against Plymouth Blitz, and it was something that was known, but I mean, I played on offense, so I didn't really
I must
care much.
be
Go
honest,
for.
from what I've seen from some Div 2 teams this year, a lot of people...
Number 8 there, taking shallow.
Oh, is he able
He's
to?
running, and Noel Ashworth just goes and pushes him out of bounds.
Just says like, you have absolutely nowhere to go. I'm surprised he didn't look to throw the ball. He tucked that, as he rolled in, he tucked that in.
But
And just looks like he was going to run by force. And that made it very easy to, very translatable to the defense.
so
that
Cameron
he's not
Pollock
looking.
there, number 9. Going to take it as a runner, and he's going to have a first down for the Blitz. Again, they've been here before, but can they get something going? That is the question now for OBU. Oh, big tackle there.
Absolutely nowhere to go.
And Colfer is just swarmed there by the pink jerseys of OBU. I still think he's going to have some gain on that play, but I think he might be slightly shaken up. He certainly is. He's slow to get off the field. But I tell you what, that's a much better gain than I thought he got there. He's got a gain of at least 3, maybe 3 and
4
a
yards?
bit.
I'd say 4 yards on that one.
Let's go with 4. He's going to have a gain of 4 on that play.
Be a generous 4.
So Grace John now in at running back for the
They're
Blitz.
outside the 10. They could gain 10 yards and get a first down. They could get a first down without scoring here.
That's Polak, but he just
Not
throws
like
it
that.
out in front of number 8. So 3rd and 6 still.
I was looking at Reed at number 84, Reed, who did seem to get past one man. Had a bit of space, but the quarterback wasn't even looking in his direction.
Do you think if this goes to a 4th down, you're going to go for it?
I think they have to,
Yeah, I completely agree.
given the score, given the situation. Given also the fact that they can get a first down without scoring, they need to try and just get some yards.
Bit of a low snap there.
Same
Polak
thing again,
fires
and that's
it.
going to be intercepted in
And
the end
once
zone.
again, we have seen it again here. The Plymouth Blitz get into a dangerous situation, looking to score, and it is picked off. Number 15.
It
for-
looks to me, just immediately, as soon as the ball came out of the quarterback's hands, as soon as it came out of Pollock's hands, that was going straight into a pink jersey. It was no way that it was going to make it over number 15 into the corner of the end zone. He just didn't have enough zing to it. And it was just easily picked off. Another end zone or red zone interception by the Plymouth Blitz. And if there's 4 trips to the red zone that they've had with 0 points.
So Nathan Namor there, number 15, is going to get a finals interception, making his total on the year 5. Post number 47. We've not seen much of him drag down there. 62's got him and brings him to the floor there. And it's going to be another loss of yards here for OBU.
If we're absolutely honest, bugging my hat, where that came from. If we're absolutely honest,
How am I supposed to? Why did they put that in there? Am I going to say that?
I wouldn't even bother. I would not.
No, but I'm just saying that's mad that they put that in there. But that's going to be another loss for OBU, so I'll let you get back to your point, Brahman.
Really, we should be looking at 24 or 28
And
or
a pop
32.
to 24. He stumbles. He's going to fall there, but
I meant to say 24 points. We should be looking at least 24 points for the Plymouth Blitz. I would say, let's say 26 at a guess. But this should be a game. The Blitz should be winning. But these interceptions and these turnovers.
and Holmes fires an absolute missile. Not going to find anyone. They're going to be looking at a 4th and 14. And another punt here.
Do you think they're going to punt?
They are punting. They're bringing on their punter, number 99. Now, we've seen the Blitz. They've got some great penetration here on these punts. It wouldn't surprise me if we see one blocked at some point today, but I mean, you've just got to get Oxford Brookes in a position where they have to punt.
And they have been punting so far in the third quarter. They've punted a couple of times this game. Now, let's see if they're able to get something here, because the snap's not particularly quick. The snap is very slow and allows them to get up the field. This one's a better punt, but a worse, another bad
Gonna take
bounce.
another punt. But again,
Let's
it
give
feels
them
like
the ball on the
Oxford
30-yard
Brookes
line.
are shooting themselves in the foot here, because it seems like, I mean, I think it's pretty easy to say here, Oxford Brookes' weakest component is their special teams. They've allowed Plymouth to get to midfield multiple times. They're punting. They're setting Plymouth up to score here, but Plymouth just can't get the job done. They can't capitalise.
I think this sort of epitomises and encapsulates the entirety of Div 2 as a whole. If you were to stereotype the division, special teams being a
Colfer's
team's
got
weakest.
some, and that's going to be a good run from number 4, especially considering that he, just came out with an injury. He was looking a bit shaky, but he's going to have a first down. And once again, the Plymouth Blitz are moving quickly.
Now, I was about to say that the Plymouth Blitz have been struggling on offense, but they seem to be able to get things done when they're in a position.
This goes to Colfer again, and Colfer's got space.
Now, my previous point was to say that both, not to say particularly both teams, but in Div 2 as a whole, teams generally tend to struggle a bit on special teams. Now, does beg the question, do a lot of these teams really rep special teams? Because I've seen and heard that a lot of Div 2 teams don't rep special teams, either because they don't have the time or the numbers.
So that's going to be a good gain. I'm going to say a gain of 7 there for Colfer. 2 big runs from number 4. Think about this last time they were in this situation. Not long ago, Colfer was out after being shaken up. It's going to Colfer again, and he's going to have another huge gain here, and he's going to have another first down.
This is what they should have done before, because like we said before, they can get a first down without scoring, make sure you get that first down, and now it's first and goal from the 3, maybe the 2-yard line, the 3-yard line. Is that the 4-yard line? Am I seeing
That's
things?
the 3.
That's the 3-yard line.
I mean, let's be
They
honest
could have
here.
had this before, but they went for the pass twice and threw a pick.
Well, let's be honest. Are they just going to be riding number 4 here? Because he's the hot hand right now.
Now it's begs to see, because you've got those 2 big linebackers on the goal line. Can they
And
get
Colfer's
something
got it
of this?
again.
Because remember, the closer you get to the goal line, the more
Look at
obvious
that.
it becomes that
He's
they're going to run the ball.
He's going to have that ball. He's going to have a gain. Is he going to be down at the 1?
He is down at the 1, maybe the
And
1.
then look, you can tell now that the Blitzer, they're bringing in a heavy package.
Which translates very easily to, we are going to run the ball,
Yes.
try and stop us.
Yeah.
Begs to see, with 3 attempts to go, are they going to
Oh,
try
look at
anything
that. Look
different? Are
at
they
this.
going to
This is a big
fake it and go up the middle? There's
flag
a
on the play.
And that looks to me like it's going to be a false start.
So a touchdown for Plymouth, but the official on our sideline is throwing a flag.
And the flag happened right at the snap, so that could be a false start. But it could be an offside. And the Plymouth players are saying they're into the end zone.
I mean, don't get me wrong, they're definitely in the end zone, but
Yeah.
full start's a full start.
It was quite obviously a
So
false
here we go,
start.
so-
Now we're going back to the original.
So back to the regular Plymouth
Again,
Blitz formation.
again with the shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's really going to be interesting. I mean, you're now looking at a second. You're now, I mean, you were at the 1 yard line. You're now starting at what, the 6?
I mean, put it this way, you make the final score 2019 to the Oxford Brookes and they'll still be happy with the win, but they won't be happy with conceding 19 points.
I mean, especially conceding in the third quarter. Imagine that, another stat line there.
100%.
So it's going to Colfer again. Colfer's fighting, but I mean, Brooks knew that was coming.
With 4 yards, and really number 9 there, I see him put his head in his hands after that play. It seemed to me like it was quite obvious what they were expecting, and I think in hindsight he probably ought to have faked that and run out the outside.
So third down here from the 4 yard line.
And it's usually quite obvious when you look at the quarterback's eyes or when you look at someone's eyes. Is he looking at the defender that he would have to juke out, or is he just looking at the handoff? Because
I will say that the Blitz has taken a long time here.
Very long time. Keep aware of the play clock.
Sorry to interrupt your point, Palmer.
Sorry, say again?
I said sorry to interrupt your point.
I did not. It's minor. I accept your apology.
And QB's going to take it himself and run up the middle. He's not going to get there.
Nowhere near. 2 yards away from the end zone.
I mean, number 79 Parker, he looked like he was doing a first down celebration, but I think he was just pointing, because it looks like OBU are going to, it looks like the Blitz are going to have it this time from the 2.
I don't really know why you were doing on a first down celebration.
He was pointing like,
it's
not the time. Not the time.
3rd and goal, and you stopped at the 2 yard line.
So this is absolutely critical here for the Blitz. Oxford Brookes stop this. Momentum is completely tarnished here. And a big fight.
Another
flag on the play.
Nope. Another flag. They're going back because they're calling for a touchdown. The Blitz
players are calling for a touchdown, but another flag here. I mean, this referee on our sideline, he's killing the dreams of the Plymouth Blitz. Well, the Plymouth Blitz are killing it themselves.
I want to see.
Oh no, they're calling it a touchdown, and it certainly is so.
Let's wait and see. Another third quarter touchdown conceded.
Hold on.
By the Oxford Brookes.
There you go, offside. Obviously, they're going to decline it. So, it looks like the curse of the third quarter for OBU has happened. That's weird, isn't it? Maybe you're not coming out of the half-time.
I mean, given if you're coming out of the half-time in the final, 20-0 up, essentially your half-time talk is just keep the foot on the gas, keep the momentum going, don't do anything stupid, and play it safe, I guess. Don't take any stupid risks. And when you play it safe and you do that, you're more likely to give up a touchdown.
So here we go. They're going to be looking to kick it here. Number 87 for the Blitz. Good snap, good hold.
Good
Straight
kick.
through. And that is all good. So the scoreline right now, 20-7. Are we about to see a resurgence here from the Blitz? I mean, it's certainly looking that way.
I mean, we could have seen 2 scores already from the Blitz.
Oh, 100%.
So
Sam Jenkins there with the kick getting it through.
They'll have to clean up. Obviously, the flip side of this, the problem is that it took them a lot of runs to get there. And that's going to chew up a lot of the clock. So I can't imagine them scoring another 2 touchdowns in the same quarter, because this quarter is probably nearly up.
No. Yeah, I mean, unless they're going to, suggest an onside here. But, I mean, realistically, if you're looking at the special teams of Oxford Brookes, hasn't been great. Maybe an onside could be the play here, because it just hasn't been good.
On the flip side, because the wind is very strong, I'm not sure if you'd really want to risk an onside now, rather than
yeah, that's a very good point.
So I would just boot this as far as you can, and hope that 42, or I believe is that number 19. I can't quite see the numbers from here. Who's returning that? Is that? I'm going to get a better look. But I would hope. I'd put my foot right through this. That's number 15.
15.
And just hope that one of them muffs it or doesn't quite return it properly. You know that you can force a lot of fumbles, as you have done this season, and you know that you can stop them on defense. I apologise.
I mean, it's one of those things where OBU, they have been passing it a lot. JJ, number 8 for the Blitz, he's going to be looking to get that interception tally to at least number 9.
He puts his foot kind of through the ball.
Not great. 42 has got it. Left hand side, but brought down there by number 86 of the Blitz. He's pumped up. Plymouth have come out of the changing rooms here at half time with an energy.
Different level of energy. I mean, I think once the game appears to be out of reach, it almost becomes let's play with no pressure. You know,
Yeah.
the pressure's off because the expectation is for us to roll over and concede another 20 points. So now it's just go out there, have some fun, play as good as we can, and if we win, we win, and if not, well, we tried. You know.
So Manny Kofi there, number 86 on the tackle, and OBU going to be starting on maybe their own 32, 33. Pops number 24, we've seen this play a few times today. It's going to be brought down. Definitely going to have some gain on that play.
Good healthy gain of about 3 or 4 yards on that play.
Yeah,
24 is able to squeeze in those few yards because it does take a monumental effort to bring him down.
it seems that OBU taking a page out of Plymouth Blitz, going a bit quicker this time too. Gosh, I didn't see the number. That's not 47, is it? I don't think so.
These two big guys, number 7 and number 24, just
Yeah.
seem to be shooting up the gaps and getting a lot of short yardage. Something I've just realised is at the back of this end zone behind us, there's a bench.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
Tim Decina there, number 7. He's got the ball again, brought down there by 28 of Plymouth, but that. Are they going to have enough for the first down there? But I mean, even if they don't, we know that OBU are going to go for this. But Kevin Decina, number 7. I mean, it's always scary when you're looking at a roster sheet and you see D-line/RB. That's a man you don't want to mess with. Ball is fumbled on the ground, and I think Plymouth Blitz are going to have a turnover. Oh, if this...
Let's see where the white hat is pointing. Let's see where he's pointing because
I
it
think
looked to
that's
me
a
like he
turnover.
was...
I think that's a turnover for the Blitz.
Momentum could be really shifting in the right direction for the Blitz if...
They're going to have to measure
They get
this.
this
They might
ball
have to
now.
measure this. That ball was out there. Holmes potentially may have just got it across. He doesn't have to stretch far. I'm hearing from my cameraman there's no chance. No chance that they got that.
Oh, because the sun's out and I've got a runny nose.
Yeah, they're giving it.
Gave him the first down?
They're giving the first down, and my cameraman is not. He's not thrilled about that. I mean,
Very strange. It didn't look like it was a first down.
no, I didn't think so either. OBU, so they're going to have it. Goes to that pop to 24 again. He cuts inside, but brought down. But again, that play, flag on the play though. After the play was over, I mean, the thing is again, it's the hot-handed number 24. I mean, Kadiri has been absolutely phenomenal for OBU today. He's got 8 points on the day so far. I mean, if there's any London Warriors watching, you've got to be happy with how he's playing.
Interesting running technique from 44 coming onto the pitch.
Number 55 down. So we're going to pop over to our other camera. Just have to go from there. So personal foul on OBU. So OBU are heading backwards.
Crikey. Sensitive camera.
So a personal foul on OBU. They're looking at a 1st and 20 now. What are you trying to find?
No, I was just looking at players
Okay.
taken away from the injury.
No, I know, but I was just wondering if you're trying to find someone on OBU.
Oh, no, I just do that every now and again.
And that's the end of Q3, it looks like as well.
Time is advancing very, very fast.
Again, it's not out of the realm of possibility that Plymouth come back and get this here. But as it stands right now, OBU are 13 points away. Or We're 13 points clear of being the Southern Conference Cup champions for this year.
I've not seen a game go to overtime in Uniball
It would do because it's a final.
since Burners versus Barracuda in 2017.
Well, what's weird is that I think it may be when we were both playing, you used to have overtime,
Yeah, you did.
then they got rid of it,
You did. They got rid of overtime.
which is a shame. At Lincoln, we had one with Keele. And Keele were like, yeah, let's keep on playing. So we scored on the next play, and the refs were like, well, no, that doesn't count. So, Keele? So, 2nd and 20 here. 24 in motion, high snap. Holmes hands it off.
He slips.
And we've seen another running back for OBU take a quick tumble. Then that's going to result in a loss of yardage, I assume.
I bet you thought the other team was just going to keel over and let you score. Ha ha ha, brunts. Seb's just gone quiet.
So loss of 2. Well, no, this is the problem though, is that one of the old boys for that game said that if we scored X amount of points, it was the Super Bowl, that he'd buy us all a beer. And Keele knew this, and they said, yeah, just let him score again. Game was over. I think it was like 40-0 at that point.
I mean, I've seen some horrible
the game
one-sided
ended.
games. We've seen some horrible one-sided games.
I mean,
in
this
the
isn't one of
past.
them. We've got a 3rd and I'm going to say 22 here. They're going to look through the air.
And he's still going to get something out of it.
Oh, and that is
Is that
going to be a
intercepted?
pick for Plymouth. I mean, Plymouth are back in this now. That's number 10 for the Blitz. I mean,
What a recovery! What a recovery!
what
because
a grab.
that was going to be caught and taken to the house. To start the 4th quarter
And mate,
with
do
a pick.
you want to know who that is? That is JJ. That is their first year
That is-
rookie with his now 9th interception on the season.
That is some raw talent. That is some talent. Sign that boy up.
I mean, it doesn't.
Whoever, Britball,
It's-
someone, sign him up.
you
Leighton
know,
Orient, whoever.
In Plymouth Blitz notes, it doesn't say a senior ball team attributed to him, but I mean, he's out there.
Every
So Plymouth needs something here. It's a big turn, but Colfer doesn't manage to get much there. But I mean, we've seen it run here from Plymouth. You know, but
Plymouth
I mean,
need
when you're
to-
this far back,
Plymouth need to get something, but they need to be able to establish the passing game as well, because they've not had many completions at all.
No.
Most of their game has come from running, and that's the problem, is that when you're behind, you want to conserve as much of the clock as possible. And if you're running that ball constantly, you're just eating up the clock that you yourself need to do something, to come back. As he drops back to pass the ball, and again,
oh no. That's
Was that caught?
Oh my God, has he caught that? I can't believe that. I thought that was intercepted.
it looked
What?
to me like two
Oh
guys
my
were coming
Lord,
in
let's
to
have
pick it
another
off, and
look.
they just
Let's
bounced
have
off each
another
other.
look. Oh my Lord, I really thought that was picked off there. 83 of the Blitz. I mean, the Blitz are rolling. The Blitz are rolling. Let's look.
That
This
was
game is not over yet. The Blitz
ridiculous.
are rolling.
But this is
And do you know
what I'm
that
talking
is?
about.
That's JJ's brother, Johnny Jammer. You know,
Jammin' Brothers, they're jamming this
JJ
game.
and JJ here making it a big impact here for the Blitz. And I mean, this game's not over yet.
This is exactly what I was talking about. This is the kind of luck and fortune that you need when you are behind to come back into a game and make it more interesting. If they're able to get a score on this play here, this 4th quarter will suddenly be a lot more interesting. This will be the first 4th
100%.
quarter touchdown that Oxford Brookes have conceded all season.
Oh, and
as he drops
82
another
just-
pass.
82, I mean, not a great game here from number 82. Going to get everything. It might be Squires, I'm going to say. Yeah, it's Matt Squires. Bouncing off his fingertips here. Now it's going to be a 3rd and 7 for Plymouth. And again, like every play is now critical for the Blitz.
So this
I mean, they're
play
going,
is arguably the most important play for Plymouth Blitz all season.
and Colfer is going to take it. He's going to
Getting
go
about 2
forward.
yards.
He's slow, a bit slow to get up there. Not what you want to see here, but they. Yeah,
I've
he's
got-
back in. No, he's back in. So 4th, and I'm going to say 4. Critical for Plymouth.
I've got a theory here, and obviously this being really sunny and warm, and this 3G being dry as a bone, when these guys, especially these running backs, they fall down, you're risking turf burn. And that might be the reason why they're just slow to get up. It might not be
So
an
here we
injury, it
go.
might just be a horrible burn.
throws it, and it's caught by 83.
Has he caught it? It wasn't for the touchdown. Was that for the touchdown or a
I don't
first
think
down?
that's for a touchdown. If that's
That
the
was for a first down.
Oh my
He
God!
has the first down, and it's now first and goal.
Absolutely amazing. This game is. Hey, this game's getting a bit spicy.
Now, when you consider the 4 turnovers, there's a guy down.
Oh yeah, if you consider the 4 turnovers.
Plymouth Blitz really should be running away with this game. If they had a clinical offense, this is the problem. This is the weaknesses that I feel. Plymouth Blitz needs to work on their offense. They need to work on that chemistry between the quarterbacks and the receivers, because there's been so many incomplete passes, wayward passes where the receivers, the ball is nowhere to be found. And as for Oxford Brookes, they need to work on their special teams.
Do you know what? I know what the Plymouth Blitz are thinking right now. Everyone on the sideline is going, thank God it's Mother's Day, because Mother Jammer is. She's keeping the Plymouth Blitz in this game. She's keeping the Plymouth Blitz in the Southern Conference Cup. So number 15 there for OBU. Looks to be the man who's injured, walking off just under the goalpost here. So we're going to lock back in to some gameplay here. First down, and once again, the Plymouth Blitz find themselves 1st and 10, but
it's not first and goal.
It's not 1st and goal. I think they've got a yard spare.
They can still get a first down without scoring, and that makes it so much more
So they're going to
important.
pass it out wide. And that
It would help if they
on the
could
floor
actually, don't throw helicopters. But
it sounds silly to say it. We could be on for an absolutely crucial kick, especially when you consider Oxford Brookes. They're not kicking it. So it's 20. They get a touchdown extra point for Plymouth. Let's say that happens. The Blitz are the champions. It's going to be a run. OBU are going to meet them.
Down at the, I want to say about the 5-yard line maybe.
Let's see, we're going to see where they're going to move the 6. Sorry, I forget that we've got another vantage point. Say no.
He's inside the 5.
So
Inside.
Colfer, the running back,
Inside
number
the 10,
4.
maybe just inside the 10.
He's going to look to throw it. Oh
Almost
my
caught,
lord, that
almost
was
tipped,
so
almost intercepted,
so
almost
close.
everything. It was almost intercepted, it was tipped, it was almost caught, it was almost
No.
picked. Has somebody caught? Have they ruled that a catch?
They've ruled it a catch.
How in the world have they ruled that a catch?
Was that a touchdown?
That ball definitely hit the ground. In fact, I'm going to go onto the stream myself and have a look. Aston Villa have just scored a second goal.
It's not. They've got it down at the 1. Was that a touchdown?
It couldn't have been.
No, it's not. It's not. They're down at the 1. QB's keeping it. He falls
They have
in.
scored.
He falls in. I'm waiting for a ref signal. It's a touchdown for the Plymouth Blitz. Oh, we've got a game on our hands.
Insane.
We've got a game on our hands. Oh dear. As Kwame said, this is the first time outside of Q3 that OBU have conceded some points. Now, is the kick going to be good? That is the question. A kick here. Plymouth Blitz. This is through.
Was that good? It was good.
That is good. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to make some noises at you. Oh, can you believe it? Oh, I can't believe it.
Now here's.
Oh dear.
You might just about be able to see the catch. That to me looks like the ball definitely hits the ground.
I thought it did.
That to me looks like the ball cleanly hits the ground.
The referee said it didn't.
Unless what they're saying is it's a catch and then a fumble and he's recovered it back on the ground. But even then, he hasn't made a football move. He just caught the ball.
I don't know. But
Very
the scoreline doesn't lie.
Very dubious. But we're in for a finish now. We're in for a finish. The first half was the half for the Brookes. The second half has been the half for the Blitz so far.
Oh, 100%.
Is that orange juice? I want orange juice.
I could do some orange juice actually. So, it's pretty critical here. It's 20-14. This second half
Question.
has
Are they
been
going for an
all
onside or
Plymouth
are they going
Blitz.
for a big kick? Big kick
Risky.
into the wind now.
That's
Good
taking
blocking.
some bounces.
Oh, what a hit.
Oh, what a hit there. Sorry, I've got to clap that up. Well, I've got to clap that one up.
Is this the same guy that said, if I get the ball, it's going to the house? Because he has not done anything so far.
It might be. I mean, Plymouth here. Plymouth are on a massive comeback. I think you may have jinxed it. You said, hey, these three-quarter comebacks. Sorry, these three-score comebacks. Doesn't really happen.
It
But
rarely happen, you know, not really. But when they do, it make it memorable.
But I mean, if we're looking at the momentum meter here right now, I mean, it's got to be a shade of navy blue. They need the defense to come out here.
For the team called the Blitz with the logo of the Chargers that play in navy blue.
Yeah. So it's going to be a run on the right-hand side. Wrapped up there for the Blitz. It's going to be interesting to see just how many yards they got. Unfortunately, because the referees are... Nope. Maris, your camera's down.
We're back into spring. We're officially in spring because spring football is underway.
But,
we might not...
thank you.
We may not have started Brit Ball season just yet. Uni Ball season's just finishing, but the UFL season is underway currently.
You watching that?
Yeah, here and there, not live, but...
Okay, we're going to look back in, so here we go. Another handoff, run to the right-hand side. Plymouth swarm again, ball is out. Referee's going to say he was down. I'm sure that the Blitz players are going to... the Blitz sideline is going to be screaming about that.
Bit of two things, really. I'm kind of rooting for the success for the league overall.
Yeah.
Obviously we had the XFL and the USFL, and then I've both merged together. We want to see more expansion. We want to see the league doing well, not expanding too fast and not trying to take over the NFL like they did in the 80s.
So that's going to be a big loss there. It's now 3rd and 11. Okay. Do I need to be worried? Fires it out. This is now, I mean, this right here, let's be honest, this is the play of the game right here. 4th and 11. And OBU are bringing out their punting unit. Their punting unit that hasn't been particularly mind-blowing here today.
They're struggling special teams. I've got some mysterious pain inside my body.
What? Well, you have eaten 3 pastries, bro.
Weird shock that just...
I've watched you eat
had
2
a weird
donuts.
shock
and then,
inside my
a
body.
thing.
Like, I hope I'm not going to die right now because that just felt awkward.
I mean, if I'm Kwame, I don't want to die because this game is heating up. High snap.
Slow snap, high snap. The
And that ball is up and that ball isn't.
Up. It's going to take a fortunate bounce because the wind.
Oh, that's going to keep on rolling. That's going to keep on rolling. And I mean, if you're OBU, you've got to be happy with that.
Brilliant punt.
I mean,
I'm not going to lie. Not a good punt, I'll be honest.
No.
It just went directly upwards, but the wind took it. Now, if that punt happened in the 3rd quarter, Plymouth Blitz will be laughing.
Yeah.
Plymouth Blitz will be laughing because the way the wind is blowing.
But I mean, this is the drive of the Plymouth Blitz team, the franchise, whatever you want to call it. This is the drive. This is a drive where legends are made. It's going to go to Colfer up the middle. OBU are going to sack it. To be fair though, not just for the Blitz, the Oxford Brookes defence and the Plymouth Blitz offence. This is the drive where legends are made.
This is it because that one run there gained about... Did he gain about 4 yards? Or are we saying 3 yards? Maybe 2 yards. 2 yards. 2. That's a letdown. I guess to say, if it was 4 yards, you could bet that they'll just keep running that until they lose, until they stop. Because if they gain 4 yards per play, they will just keep running that until they score.
Fires it out to number 8 and just bouncing off his fingertips. George tidy.
Not very tidy today.
No.
George messy hands.
3rd and 8.
Butterfingers.
3rd and 8 for the Blitz.
And this is the problem because now the Blitz with their bad field position have the wind against them as well. So now they've got to be careful if they punt the ball back, that the Oxford Brookes don't get the ball with good field position and be able to finish this game off.
It's going to be interesting here. What are they going to do if this goes to 4th down? Polak is looking, fires it. Just could not get it to number 84. It's now 4th and 8.
Another pass in a bad direction.
and the punting unit for the Blitz is coming on. And as Kwame has said, the Blitz are kicking into the wind.
I really should go straight to the gym after this.
So they need a big one here. To be fair, they need all the luck here. They'd love to see this fumbled. Bit of a looping snap. Kick is away. 42's going to settle underneath it.
Oh, this is just what they needed.
Gets around 79. Flag on the play. Breaks one, breaks another.
Looks like it could be
He
a holding.
keeps fighting. Just keeps fighting.
He's fighting a losing battle at this moment because he's not going anywhere.
But I mean, I can imagine that the Plymouth sideline, when that ball was bobbling around on the floor, their eyes were as wide as saucers.
Mouths salivating,
Exactly.
licking their lips.
Just drool coming from the mouths of
Same
the,
guy.
of the Plymouth Blitz
This
sideline.
is why you don't say, if I get the ball, it's going to the house.
Yeah.
Because when it doesn't go to the house, you now look like a fool. And everybody knows that you said it was going to the house because we said it on a piece of
Yeah.
paper.
Because you
So nobody's getting your Instagram today.
no. No. No.
Make a play first before you ask us to do something.
So,
21,
OBU
can you do something for me?
are going to be starting on their own 30 by the looks of things. I mean, realistically here, time is of the essence. Run up the middle here. Let's see how many he's got.
I'd say about 5 yards maybe, gets about halfway.
Yep.
Yeah, about
Oh
6
gosh,
yards, I
more
think.
than that, 6
Yeah,
yards.
6 yards.
Again, this time period now, this is this is where championships are won. Simple as that. Plymouth they don't need a miracle yet.
They just need to be able to stop, to make a stop.
And you can see OBU, they're taking as much time as possible. Bit of a high snap, run out to the right-hand side, 10 on 10,
Another
he's going to slip. Third slip now we've seen from an OBU player. That's going to bring the down marker backwards slightly. Good, good lord.
Quite a lot.
That's going to
Lose
bring
about 4 yards on that.
Yeah, so that's now going to bring up a 3rd and 9 for OBU. I mean, the last thing you want to do in this situation, you don't want to punt this, do you? You don't want to punt. You don't want to put this back into the hands of the Blitz.
They won't want to punt it. Although, given how the last punt went, I
Yeah.
think they'll have a bit of confidence knowing that they can
I
at least
think
get
they
the ball away.
they feel a bit better about it, but I mean, 3rd and 9. I feel like every play we're seeing is the most important play of the game, but that's what happens when the clock's running down and there's only a score in it.
Now,
Fires out to the right-hand side. Almost picked off by number 2 of the Blitz.
That would have been beautiful.
Oh my lord, that could
would
have been
beautiful.
that could have sealed the game for the Blitz. Number 2 was right there, and the punting unit for OBU comes back onto the field.
That could have been the game. That could have been the game. A diving pass breakup, not quite an interception. He wouldn't have been able to haul it in, but that was
Mido
it. These are the
Hamed.
fine margins that we're looking at. These are
Mido
the
Hamed, their number 2, he was close to being a legend on the campus.
another high, slow snap.
Oh my god, that was almost blocked, and that's going
Helicopter.
sideways. Bounce off the down marker, so we sort of know where it's going to be. That was nice of him.
Absolute spinning weapon that went straight out at the 40-yard line. Their own 40-yard line. And now the Plymouth Blitz only have 40 yards to turn this game
Honestly,
around.
I wish that we could tell you what the time is, but we don't know, because the refs are over there and we have to ask them, unfortunately. We don't have the tech.
I also wish that they were coming down here. We can't move over to that corner, can we?
Oh yeah, I suppose we could do. Oh, and that is wrapped up there. Number 77.
Do you think it's worth it, us making a beeline for that corner right now as we go? Not like running, but like gradually working our way down there.
How much stuff we got to take?
Some bag, 2 bags.
No, because of all the stuff on here.
That can't move, can it?
There's just a lot of stuff on here that's not nailed down.
All right.
So 2nd and 11 here. They're going to try and run it right. Oh, managed to gain something back here.
It's a few yards. It gains a healthy few yards.
I mean, I feel like both of these teams, they're a bit skittish here.
Oh, he's gained quite a lot of yards on that. Yeah, third and
Oh
mid.
my God, he did. I thought you only gained like 3. There's going to be a 6-yard gain, so it's a 3rd and 5 for the Blitz. They're inside of enemy territory.
They will have to go for it on 4th down as well.
Drop back.
So,
Fires it into traffic and it's picked off by OBU. Another pick.
28 again for the 3rd of the day.
3rd interception of the day.
That could be the game. That could
wrap
very
it
well
up.
be the game. We've still got a 2-minute warning to come. And I believe Plymouth still have all their timeouts.
Plymouth have all their timeouts. Oxford Brookes only have 2.
Now, big moment in this game. Big moment for the Oxford Brookes there. Another interception. As their defense has been working overtime today. Just been getting things done, getting plays done. Someone's coming over to us. I guess not.
So once again, OBU's mission here, run this clock out.
Fake handoff and gets pile drive by number 97.
Plymouth Blitz, you've got to be happy with that, but the clock is still running. Bruno Robinson, number 28, I mean, again, the game's not over yet, but he's got to be, you know, man of the match appearance.
I think Holmes was looking to throw that one. It was a fake handoff, play action maybe, and didn't even get to drop back in his pass. It just seems to me that the offensive line just let everything through.
So, 2nd and 14. Blitz, again, they're starting to get into needing a miracle territory here. High snap, hand off to 47, and that gap closes up quickly. Not going to get back to the original sticks.
Desperation times for both offenses and for the Plymouth defense.
I mean, I'm really surprised that OBU have just not been playing to the standard of the first half.
Not at all.
It's been very, very strange. It feels like night and day here.
Something.
That's the 2-minute warning.
There it is. And at this moment in time, while there's an injured Brook,
2-minute
injured Brooks
warning
player on the field.
here in Tisley Park in the Southern Conference Cup. OBU are looking at 3rd and 14.
And I think this. Sorry, I was just stretching out. There's a bag. I think this is the play. This is the play that will make or break the game. If they manage to get something off this play, we're in business, and the Oxford Brookes can start to get ready to celebrate. If not, Plymouth Blitz get the ball back, and this is final chance.
I mean, it's going to be massive here. I mean, if you're a coach, what are you doing in this scenario? Are you going to hopefully get the punting unit back on the field and do some damage, or are you going to try and throw a bomb here that could potentially get intercepted? It's hard. It's a hard place to be in. They're going to be looking to throw it. Gets out to number 11. 28. Gets around him. Ball is out.
It just seems to me like the Oxford Brookes are just teasing Plymouth with these chances.
Yes, they certainly are.
With these opportunities that they're giving them to get something out of this game.
So, 4th, and that doesn't look like it's moving, so it's going to be a 4th and certainly 4th and 13 here. And the punting unit for OBU have come back onto the field, and they need the punt of an absolute lifetime here from number 99. Number 10 back to return for Plymouth. High snap, a block would be fantastic for Plymouth. A great punt of the day so far. Punt of the day so far. Number 4 is chasing it down.
Does he get it down? It's down on the 1.
Down it.
Down it.
What have you down it?
He touched it. He touched it and he was in the end zone. He was in the end zone and he touched it. He shouldn't have touched it because the ball didn't move. Have they marked it down on the 1 still?
Yeah.
It's marked on the 1. Oh my goodness. The first guy touched it. The first guy kept it live. Kept it on the 1, slid into the end zone. The second guy didn't need to do what he did, but he almost as if he dove onto the ball while his feet had
Well,
trickled into the end zone.
I mean, here we are. I think this is crucial. This is a legendary drive here for the Blitz. Inside the 2-minute warning, they've got 99 yards between them and the Southern Conference Cup.
99 yards.
99
to make
yards.
history.
Drop back, throws it out to 8, bounces it on the ground.
99 yards to make history is the first ever undefeated team for Plymouth.
Yeah.
And their first ever Div 2 championship.
Yep.
They've finished runners-up before. They've lost before. Everyone they've lost to is now in the Prem.
Even I love this. Even I love it. Even UE ones,
Yep.
Portsmouth and Brunel. Drops back, fires it for 83.
Caught by the wind. That one there was caught by the wind. It had a lot more distance on it initially, but the wind just caught it and helped it up. 15 really could have made a play on that.
I mean, the elements are against Plymouth here. The time is against Plymouth here.
The way you want to zip that ball is you don't want that going high because that will get caught into the orbit. You want that being a low zipped pass.
3rd and 10, on their own 1. And that's
Intercepted
And
for the game. Number 28
Bruno
again.
Robinson, flag for celebration.
Call him out. I'm going to try and get him over here.
I mean, that's going to be for celebration.
Is the touchdown going to count? We don't know. But that really should have been the game. Number 20. What was his name again?
Bruno Robinson. Number
Bruno
28.
Robinson.
I mean,
Do you know
let's be honest. With that, his 4th interception, potentially looking at peak 6. I mean, he's MVP.
I was going to say the same thing.
He's MVP. He's MVP.
I would have given him MVP just for the jersey number.
But I mean, if you're Plymouth, you had to have a shot. You had to have a shot here. 99 yards between them and.
Have to go for it. You have to go for it. But there's been too many interceptions in this game for both teams. I believe.
They've given that.
They've given the interception, but not the touchdown. It appears
Okay.
because the ball seems to be spotted on the 15-yard line.
Yeah, so no touchdown for Oxford Brookes,
That
but
ball has been spotted on the 15 or maybe 16-yard line.
Plymouth have still got all their timeouts.
In fact, I think it is on the 16-yard line.
Yeah, yeah.
So, a bit stupid to be honest, because if you ask me, number 28 should have taken one step into the end zone, or at least broken the plane before he jumped, because
Yeah.
then the
They
flag
can't
would.
stop it,
yeah. This 4 interceptions, a pick 6 wiped off the board because of your own stupidity, but still wears the baddest number in all of football.
And even if he was doing it for the camera, that camera wasn't even on him.
Exactly.
You know. So I mean, let's be honest. OBU just need to get something going here. Plymouth are going to burn their timeouts. Balls on the ground. Balls on the ground. We got a Plymouth player.
The ball
pointing at his
definitely
leg.
came out. The ball definitely came out because I saw it bounce on the ground.
It certainly did here. I mean,
I heard somebody calling for a punt team, ridiculously. But this is
Well,
just
let's
going
see,
to
we'll-
clock down.
we haven't heard any cheers from the Plymouth sideline, so I can't imagine this is going to be going back to them. There's some scrappiness going on here. It looks like the referees are having to tell their players, or tell the OBU players, hey, potentially, calm it down. There's not long left.
It's mean that Oxford Brookes still have the football. The ball must have come out and been recovered by the offence.
But a loss of 2 on the play, for what it's worth.
Not that they'll care too much given this time. They just
OBU
run the
needs to
clock
run
out.
this clock out. Pop pass of 24. He got caught up behind his own line and stacking that there. Timeout called by the Blitz.
And another
Not
flag.
surprised. And another flag here. It's getting a little bit chippy at the end of this game. There's. I mean, it's still not over yet. Let's be honest. But again, Plymouth need a miracle. Now it's getting into miracle territory.
I think we're beyond miracle territory at this point. They need something crazy because
So,
They need
potentially,
a-
so
they need a time machine.
hang on a second here, because that's an OBU player down. Are we going to potentially see, Plymouth? They're going to have to burn that time out.
potentially. And if it's an OBU
Again,
player down, surely the OBU would be required to burn a timeout.
They would, yeah. But so hold on, I think we're going to get. So no, they are going to charge Plymouth with the timeout.
I believe it was number 28 that did
So
something.
the head coach of Plymouth is asking the exact same question that we were pondering. Does he get his timeout back? And it didn't seem like the answer was yes.
Seems to me like both number 28s now are guilty of committing unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. It is a number that comes with a lot of
Oh, but
pressure, I will say. These guys trying to live up to
I will say
my
something.
standards.
I feel like something we have missed. It is first down for OBU. So with Plymouth burning their timeouts, I mean, OBU don't really have to do. They just have to hang on to the ball.
Not very much at all, yeah. They literally just have to hang on to the ball. With all this pre-game talk about some of the big defensive players from Oxford Brookes.
I
And it's,
will say this, and you know what? Last season, this second half for OBU has been very poor.
Pants,
It's
absolutely.
been very poor. Considering how not dominant, but dominant in the first half, keeping Plymouth at 0. This second half for OBU has not been fantastic. It's going to be a handoff to 7,
Right.
just getting down.
Now, given how this second half has gone, what do you do if you're the Oxford Brookes head coach? Do you say forget it and celebrate anyway, or do you give your players a bollocking for collapsing in the second half? Because I think
So no timeouts and Plymouth. Given the sort of pedigree that OBU had this entire season long, I mean, you've got to give them a poo sandwich. You've got to give 'em, you've won. You're undefeated. But that second half was, come on, guys. Like this game, realistically for OBU, it was trending in the direction of this being a shutout for them. But they had
could have very
like
easily
Plymouth
been 40-0.
Plymouth was still in this. Technically they're still in this now, but they need a miracle. But like, if you're looking at the first half, and would you expect this scoreline now? No.
If you're looking at this game and you're Plymouth offense, or in fact, tell her that. If you're looking at this game, are you looking at this as a failure from Plymouth's offense or a huge performance from Oxford Brookes' defense? Because look at the number of turnovers, 5 interceptions.
But the thing is, the OBU's defense has been good all year. Some of them were egregious. I mean, right in the middle.
Because I know their offense is, I know Oxford Brookes' defense has been good all year. But given the chances, given some of the passes, some of the interceptions that have been
Hang
thrown.
on. Sorry. It
39 seconds to go.
looks like they did get that timeout back, because that's going to be a timeout for Plymouth. It's 3rd and 6.
39 seconds to go. Now, if
Oh,
might be just about enough time for Plymouth to have maybe one play to drive down the field. Right, so
they need something mega here, basically.
I'm looking at this and I'm thinking it's the offense. I think the Plymouth's offense has shot themselves in the foot because the chances they've had,
Yeah.
the red zone chances they've had, the end zone interceptions they've had, and all the opportunities to get a couple scores on the board early in the game and late in the game.
But realistically, the scoreline right now should be 21-0. They're going to take a knee.
I think easily both teams could have.
I tell you,
Above 25
I mean,
points.
I tell you what. This
think-
game. So this game is over. Oxford Brookes are the Southern Conference Cup champions. They finished their season undefeated. What a great season for Oxford Brookes. But I mean, what a fight from the Plymouth Blitz to come back in the second half. Good on OBU, but I mean, there's definitely some questions that have to be asked when you're going into D1. I mean, man of the match, let's not beat around the bush. It's very, very simple. It's number 28, Bruno Robinson for OBU.
Robinson. Let's see if we can get him over here actually.
So
after
don't
at
worry.
some
So
point.
they know that interviews will be coming their way. But I did say to the guys, before you do, I mean, Go and have your celebrations.
Go have your
I mean-
celebrations
I
and
mean,
everything.
the Plymouth, I mean, given the first half, it was not looking good for Plymouth. To come back and show this fight, to get within a score, that's major for the Plymouth Blitz. And I feel like, you're looking forward to their, stint in Div 1 next year. It's going to be. I feel a bit better about it.
I think Plymouth have a little bit more to look up to in Div 1 than Oxford Brookes do. And I don't mean this in any bad way towards Oxford Brookes. They're a fantastic team and they've shown it winning every game this year. But Oxford Brookes are going into a much tougher division next year with the Div 1 South. We've seen the teams, we've already mentioned the teams at half time that are in that division, and that is a monumental division. Whereas the Southwest, is it the Southwest? The Southwest that the Plymouth Blitz are going into, they have Bournemouth and they have Scrubs.
I would argue that Barracuda are, don't get me wrong, they're not Scrubs, but they're hovering. They're hovering
above the scrub line. I mean, they're
borderline.
Yeah. I mean, when you look at obviously, yes, it was against Brunel and obviously it was against Bournemouth. But those two teams, anyone that played against those two teams, if you're letting up 50 points, it doesn't look nice, right?
No.
But obviously, every year is different. We've seen, for example, Royal Holloway won the South, and then the year that Brunel went into it,
even in the South
relegated.
East, you look at Imperial, they won it. Next year, relegated.
And
Essex
I
won
believe
it.
someone else did the same thing. Essex got relegated. Queen Mary are now in Div 2.
Yes.
So anyone can get it. Any top team, all of those teams.
Any of you can get it. No.
It can happen to anyone, right? So who's to say that these two teams don't win their respective divisions next year?
Yeah.
And go into the playoffs undefeated and meet each other in the final as with a chance to play for the Prem. Obviously, there are other teams that will be looking to get there first, other teams that people have predicted or people assume are much stronger. But every year is completely separate from the previous years. It's not so much like senior ball where teams tend to maintain their abilities. He wants to be back on again. He's asked to come back, so we decided to bring him back. The general manager of the Brunel Burners, wearing the Burners jacket, the greatest jacket of them all. This is a lovely jacket, isn't it?
It's very nice. Have you got one yourself?
I do have one myself. It is on display right now.
Lovely.
I keep it on display because I don't want to wear it all the time because it will get tattered. It will fall apart.
So, SJ, what do you think of that second half? Because OBU did not look like the team that they looked like in the first half.
I think based on that second half, I think it was Plymouth to lose.
Yes.
I think all that momentum was there with them. I just there was a couple of decisions where I was thinking different play call. I think the thing is that the OBU defense didn't respect that trip slide at all. So I don't know why there was no bubbles, just that quick out every time, and it just wasn't working. I think fundamentally at the end of the day, the punts were what won it.
Yeah.
The punts for a bit weren't great, but then those last two just absolutely sealed the deal for them. So yeah, I think Oxford Brookes are deserving winners, but great game, really good game. I mean, it could have gone either way at the end. I wanted Plymouth to score just so that we could get more football.
Yeah.
But there's a few of them coming over here right now, to be fair.
He said,
Got to get Bruno over here as well, man.
Go on, SJ, go away.
The winning team. Well played.
So, everyone, gentlemen, introduce yourselves first.
Niall Ashworth, Mike linebacker of the now Div 2 champs, OBU.
Omar Kazanowski, all-line linebacker, champion, baby.
So, look on.
As champions, you've finally done it. Undefeated season, top of the league, top of the country. I mean, top of the south.
Should be top of the country.
Getting there. Finally made it into the Div 1. How does it feel?
Yeah, it feels amazing. Look, I just want to dedicate this game to Nick Wykes. He started this team. He started from the beginning, and unfortunately, we lost him a couple weeks ago. But today, this celebration was out of respect for him.
It's for him.
It's for him.
It feels amazing. It's something we wanted to do. We built this up brick by brick, we can say, to be fair. It's not a secret. We had a few unlucky seasons, I would say. But hey, yeah, everyone wants a screen time, huh? But hey, we knew what we need to do. We walked towards it, and I think it's safe to say we've done it.
That was a monumental first half. You guys came completely out of the blocks, blew them out of the water. Second half obviously was a little bit more iffy. Obviously they started to come back. They had a few scores. Really, what was the halftime team talk like? What was the mood like at halftime? Did you guys feel like you already had it in the bag? Was there more work to be done? sort of how was the vibe and how was the difference between the first half and the second half for you guys?
So we never satisfy, you know. Yeah, we came out shooting first half, but hey, you know, there's a full second half. They can do what we done, but we out here and we're trying to win. And obviously we knew they're gonna do some adjustment. We knew they're coming out shooting, and here we are. You know, they fight, we fight. Simple as that.
We made some adjustments in the fourth quarter on defense, especially, and we were able to stop them. So we were able to keep them pinned in the red zone, and they
Need to go.
we completely stopped them in the fourth quarter. So I think we made some good adjustments from just even within the second half. So we kept making our adjustments and ended up coming out on top.
And happy Mother's Day.
Hey. Don't forget that one. I can see your coach is calling you guys over. I'm not trying not to keep you guys waiting too long, but
Thank you very
congratulations
much.
on the
Thank you
win.
very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for everyone who watched.
Thank you.
Those guys are over the moon. I'm over the moon now. The sun's out. I mean, it's a fantastic day to watch football, and a fantastic day to close out the uni ball season. I almost got my words mixed up there.
Hang on a second, Maris. Are you shut down?
Let me see if I can spot him. Are you still on?
Yeah, because they get their medals.
Aye. Oh, they get the medals there. We had to wait a week or so and then go to Slug and Lettuce to get our medals.
Actually, why don't we... Maris, I might move this camera.
Need a hand? Or is this stuff coming as well?
No.
Fact. That's
Don't
coming.
worry about that. So we're going to stay on Maris's camera. Just watch if anything falls off.
Okay. I'm gonna get a few of these guys over. They have performed exceptionally today. Now, as we are just about watching the final handshakes, the final medal distributions, and the commemorations for the Div 2 South champions, the Oxford Brookes University. Let's get him down. Hold on. Is that Manny? Oh, the sun. That is bouncing off that straight into my eye. That's cool. It's cool.
We will now announce the game MVP, Bruno.
I mean, completely deserved there. Number 28, 5 ints on the day.
28. The number 28. We had to give it to number 28, Bruno Robinson. 4 interceptions. Nearly had a pick six, but decided to dive into the end zone and have it called out. But a fantastic play. Fantastic game from Bruno today. Second place? They have more MVPs?
Second place, Plymouth Blitz.
Oh. See, I thought they meant second place for MVP. I thought MVP what? What, so the SMVP?
So Plymouth going to hand out their
They get to hand out.
So Plymouth going to hand out their own medals. Oh, well, I'll bring the camera over this one.
Yeah, Manny. Yeah. Yeah, Manny.
Bruno. Interview.
Is that you, Coach Manny?
Yeah.
Come on. You said it. Out you, man. Out you. Keep going back. Keep going back. I like your jersey number, by the way. It's the jersey number that I wear. It's my favourite number, so we had to give it to a number.
Oxford Brookes.
Oh, they got the confetti as well. Oh, you guys went in. You guys went in. You need some fireworks now. 21 gun salute.
People that work here, we call that
We're in.
safety hazard.
Live. Today's MVP, Bruno Robinson, 4 interceptions, almost had a pick 6, had it called back for diving into the end zone, but who cares? Oxford Brookes are the champions. How does it feel to be on top of the world right now?
I mean, it feels amazing. We did it for all the seniors that are leaving. You know, they put their heart into the last 2 years, the last 3 years, the last 4 years for some of these people. And yeah, we're winning it for them. It's good for them to go off on a win, yeah.
Definitely feels like a great way to go off. Great way to end your Uniball career as well.
Yeah.
How has the season been as a whole? Obviously, you guys' defense has been fantastic, only letting in touchdowns in the third quarter until today.
Yeah.
But you guys have been, literally, you guys have suffocated other teams. How has it been as a unit to really get everything together and have everything come together finally after having an average season last season?
Yeah.
How has the difference been from last year to this year?
I think we take more pride in not letting people score. We've got some great leaders on the defense, and that's what's taking us to the next level. And I think we've got a lot more confidence. The first 2-3 wins really gave us that sort of, I think, anger and drive to not let anyone score. But, you know, shout out today, they scored twice, and that's never happened to us, so shout out Plymouth.
They put in a very big performance and a very big effort to try and come back. You know, the wheels almost fell off, but you had the composure and you kept everything going. What goes through your mind personally when you see that ball in the air going straight towards you? Your eyes light up saying, ready, that's my ball. What goes through your mind?
Don't drop it in front of my parents. That's probably what goes through my mind. Yeah, because they came here today, I was like, I can't drop it again. I've dropped a few, but no, not today. So that's what I was thinking. No
drop passes today. All interceptions, all cradled in for the turnovers. You've done fantastic. MVP today. Number 20, from number 28 to another number 28. Bruno Robinson, well played.
Thank you.
The GOAT himself.
Shout out Henry Marsh, grandma, legend.
Wait, your grandma's called Henry? Is his grandma called Henry? Wait. Shout out to the O-line. Did he say shout out? Did he say shout out to Henry? My grandma.
So, I mean,
I'm so confused.
I think it might be done, so I think it's probably time that me and you
Let me get over here. Now it's probably time that we let these guys celebrate. I'm going to move myself to the edge of the camera view, probably just out of view, so you guys can see these guys celebrating. Look at them. It's been a fantastic year from the Oxford Brookes. He wants to get on mic. Kind of, I don't know. I'm just speaking in it, but you want to get on mic?
Yeah, sure, bro.
Go on.
What's going on?
Let's go on. Say something.
What's going on, people? What's going on, people? Oh, wait, give me a second.
Let them take their photos first. I did not. Just wanted to say something. He said, what's going on, people?
He's very good.
He's a talented player. I'm going to try to recruit him. So, number 24, do you live anywhere near the south coast? Would you like to come and play in black and gold?
I mean, what a game here today. Oxford Brookes, rightfully so. I think we are going to get some more interviews. It's not on that camera, Kwame.
Oh, okay. This camera's off, by the way.
No, it's not.
Wait.
No, it's not. It's not off. It's on the other camera.
Oh, okay. I'm with you.
So, if you want,
Starting quarterback.
Yeah, starting quarterback and starting again. First of all, guys, introduce yourselves.
My name is Bobby Kadiri.
Kai Holmes, quarterback.
Right, 2 big performances from 2 big players. How's the season been? You know, all wins. Last year was an average year. How has it been, the difference between going through having only 1 win last season to this season being completely undefeated and turning the tide completely?
Well, this is both of our first season here, so we were definitely a key part in sort of turning the program around. So they wanted to rebuild, got new coaches, got new players in, and the fact that we were able to go 8-0 like speaks volumes to the coaches around us, our teammates, and it's just a season to be proud of, really.
Nah, we definitely turned it around. We got a few new key pieces in our team. Shout out Coach Calvin. Shout out Coach Manny. They brought it in. We got new people in, and I think with the people who got in, it just clicked. The team was missing key pieces last season, so unfortunately they had a bad season today. But this new season, more people came in, more people showed out, more people trained, more people played hard, and guess what? The results there.
Obviously, you guys don't have a huge roster. I'm seeing on the sideline, there's not a lot of players, but the guys you have together are really in. They're really buying into the program and everything. Personally, as a quarterback, as a first-year quarterback, how has it been, the adjustment from playing wide receiver previously to now taking a step up to being a signal caller? How's it been?
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie, it's been tough. It has not been easy. Going to like one of the most hardest positions in all sports, it's been tough. But Coach Calvin, he's got me right. Like, he's just got a great coach. And then each game, I felt like I've been progressing week by week. I've been turning up, I've been putting work in, and now to get a ring in my first season playing quarterback, it's just a bonus, you know.
It helps that he has me as a receiver as well.
It helps when you have brilliant running backs and a good O-line that keeps you in the pocket, keeps you on your feet as well. You know, I've seen some amazing passes. The big one over the top to that receiver, you just make it look too easy. You know, you've got bags of talent, and obviously whoever you guys play for, if you guys play senior ball, they'll be lucky to have you. Speaking of, actually, are you guys playing senior ball? Maybe. How about yourself?
I think so.
You wanna tell us who for? Or are you gonna keep that secret, or?
They know.
They know. It's been a fantastic season from you guys. Well played to the both of you. You know, fantastic game today on this brilliant surface. How are you feeling for Div 1?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. We got a long off season, a lot of time to work, get better. Like whether I'm playing over summer or not, like we'll be back September, ready to focus, ready to go again, and repeat and even top our performance, but now in Div 1 in a new division.
Excited, that's the word. Just excited. Ready to see new faces, ready to compete. That's the main thing. Our program, we're changing the program. For a couple of years, we've been a subpar losing team, but we're changing the program now. All the people which have played previously, they're with us. They've played previously, they've compassed, they've already built the foundation. Now we're just here to top it off, and then we go into D1, we're ready to continue.
Right, they may not be here in person, but they're here in spirit and they're playing with you. They're in the heart. Next season is going to be a tougher season, being in Div 1 with some of the biggest teams in Uniball history in the past. But it's going to be a big one. Best of luck. Congratulations on this season, and best of luck for next year.
Thank you.
Well played. It has been a monumental season for these guys. Hey, coach and baby coach.
Yeah, I got my boy with me.
Right, brilliant. Introduce yourselves, especially the baby as well.
Calvin Stitt, head coach of Brooks. Manny, and this is Manny Jr. I'm the wide receiver and DB coach.
So how has it been really getting these guys together? Obviously, given the average season that you guys had last year, these guys only winning one game. The difference between that and now going undefeated, someone's dropped the glove. The difference between that and now going undefeated and winning the championship, how has it been really getting these guys together and getting them to buy into the program?
I think from the start we came in, I mean, when I took the job, I knew the first thing I would do was definitely get my coaching staff right, and bringing Manny along was the first thing I did. And getting these guys to, well, I said to them from the beginning, do you guys want to win, or is this something you guys just want to have a fun time? And they said they wanted to win, so we went to work straight away. The first couple weeks was hard, tough, took a lot of hours, and me and Manny don't live here, so we driving up and down, so it does take a lot of our time. But yeah, the guys are really, shout out to them, they all bought into what we came and had a vision of doing, and that's what they did at the end of the day. Yeah, just to piggyback off of that, it was basically the same what he was saying. It was tough in the beginning, not gonna lie, just because we knew we had to come together as a team. Other than that, it was magic after that, I'm not gonna lie. Calvin is a great head coach, great offensive coordinator, I'm not gonna lie. Without him, this program would have been in shambles, I'm not gonna lie. So I really appreciate him bringing me onto this. I really appreciate the boys buying into the program and knowing what we're gonna do for this. We told them if we work hard, this will happen. And we not being who we are, we used to winning at this point. So we wanted to keep winning and keep winning. And like I said, they bought into everything. Bruno played a great game today. Henry played a great game today. Without these boys, we wouldn't be here, you know what I mean? So, hey, just a big shout out to them.
And now going up to Division 1, obviously you're going to have a lot tougher teams. Do you have any words, anything towards them, anything for them to look out for you?
I think at the end of the day, we coming for everything. Exactly what we did this year, it's going to be exactly the same thing next year. We're coming for it all again. So, and we're going to be prepared. We're going to be much more prepared than this year. We got some new guys coming in that's going to be next level. So it's going to be a fun show. And again, enjoy the show.
Hey, all I got to say is Div 1, y'all be ready. Div 1, be ready because we coming full force. We not going to stop now, and we just going to keep going. We riding this train right now from winning. We undefeated, and we don't plan on stopping.
That's how it goes, to be honest. The Div 1 guys are always looking at the guys who come up from Div 2 thinking, yeah, there's our roadkill, there's our easy food. But you guys definitely have something going, have something growing here. The guys here are buying into the culture. There's new guys that are going to be coming in. People are going to be ready. You guys, off the back of a winning season, off the back of an undefeated season, have that momentum with you guys. So to really push that in going in next year is going to be something huge. What have you got to say? Do you have anything to say to the new players coming in and to the players leaving, to the players who previously played for this organisation before? Any sort of words of encouragement or anything that is sort of going to set you guys into next year?
So yeah, everybody that has graduated, Max, just big thank you for them because we wouldn't be where we are right now without them. And then the new guys coming in, I just say to all the guys, stay ready so we don't have to get ready. And that's going to be the biggest thing going into next year. Practices is going to be double what we have right now. So it's going to be a good year for football again. So I think, yeah.
Yeah, once again, thank you to all the seniors that put in all the work. Hey, we did this. We won this for the guys that can't play no more, for the guys that's leaving, and to the new guys. Be ready, baby. We going hard every single practice. We're not taking no days off. We're not slouching, and we're going to win another one. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Div 2 South champions, Oxford Brookes University.
Let's go, baby.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Well played.
Appreciate it, man. My boy, appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Hey, congratulations to the baby as well.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Is he the special teams coordinator?
Hey, listen, him going to Florida University. Hey, him going to Florida University, all right?
Let the baby say
Yeah, what you got to say, my boy? Gator Nation, yeah.
He might be quiet, but he's smart. He's smart. More players coming to say some stuff. Introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Will Wall from Toronto, Canada. I just want to say thank you to my boys who got up, watched this. I know, like Jake, Ben, Reese. Thanks, boys. Always supporting me, pushing me here. I love you guys. Thank you.
Whoever you guys are, he loves you.
So I'll get back there so I can angle the shot. Just basically, if anyone wants to say Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, Happy Mother's Day. My name's Kevin DeSena. I'm from Marlborough, Massachusetts. I just want to say a Happy Mother's Day to every mom out there, and especially my mom. Oi, mãe, obrigado por vindo isso. Feliz Dias das Mães aqui, tá bom?
What language is that? Portuguese. Hey, love it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being with us all uni ball season long. It has come to an end here today. I can tell you that as it stands right now in the Northern Conference Cup, Sheffield are leading 29-6. So, interesting one, but
29-6 against Derby, undefeated Derby.
Undefeated Derby, my friend. So we don't know what that one is, but we do know the score here today. Southern Conference Cup, Oxford Brookes 20, Plymouth 14. OBU are the Southern Conference Cup champions, and just like that, ladies and gentlemen, the 24-25 British University American football season is in the books. Thank you, Kwame, for being here with me and for all the other games as well.
You're welcome.
And ladies and gentlemen, there should be a rundown tomorrow. Not me. I'm done on Mondays now. It will be Senior Ball, and next week I will be in Swindon for the Swindon Storm versus the Hereford Stampede. What a season this has been, 24-25, the best British University American football season as far as I'm concerned. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been Chris Tebbert, and I will continue to be Tebbs, unfortunately. We will see you later. Come towards the camera, get spun move.